poem at the end of this song. When the song ends, she goes like, wind in my hair and spit on my dick.
Oh,
something in my mind and something on my mind.
She doesn't say spit on my dick.
I'm not certain it's not that. I don't think it probably isn't.
I'm pretty sure it's not.
Bet me $5,000.
I'll bet you 10,000.
What?
Sound in my ears.
Spit on my dick.
No, that's not
and
it.
you on my mind. You guys hear it?
You owe me $5,000.
No replays.
You owe me $5,000.
No replays.
Because it's live.
Joe DeRosa, learn when the show's on, dickhead.
Holy
God,
shit.
What do you think he's calling about? Do you think he's calling the bitch or just say hi?
We're in the middle of phone tag. It's all it is. I want to ask him about he got robbed. It's insane.
He got robbed. I got fucking stabbed. Almost.
No.
We know.
It's true.
Jake,
you got me.
How dare you spit on my dick and you on my mind?
Yeah, but he got robbed of childhood. He got robbed of stuff that should have been robbed.
You think it was his father? His father was an inside job?
Yeah.
His father did it?
You got to grow up, kid.
He goes, get a girlfriend, not new G.I. Joes.
Yeah, dude. He called me up and told me he got robbed. I'm like, what'd they take? I thought it was like money or something. He was like, they took all my figurines, all my gaming systems.
Coleco.
Yeah. Oh, they broke into
my Coleco.
apartment?
Yeah.
They took
that's shitty, man.
It fucking sucks.
They took my Atari Adventure 1. They took Pitfall.
They only made 14 controllers for this one. That guy's now got the 13 I had.
There's some guy with a bunch of shit he can't get rid of.
It sucks, man. That's I feel terrible, man. I feel terrible for him. That's so invasive.
Yeah, you never feel comfortable in your apartment again.
I couldn't. I'd have a really hard time with that. I'd do better finding out somebody was murdered in my apartment before I moved in than being broken into and robbed of anything while I'm gone.
Yeah, being robbed. I've never been robbed like that. That must be crazy to know that somebody was in your apartment. But he did leave his door open. That's kind of stupid.
Oh, is that what happened?
Yeah, he left his back door open, and they hopped over the thing and jumped in.
Yeah.
And it had to be somebody who kind of knew.
They knew.
That,
sure.
You know what I mean? It seems like an inside
Nobody
thing.
walks into rob a house and goes, ColecoVision, jackpot. Atari 7800, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck right up.
Records.
My building yesterday had 30 cops in the lobby at some point because they were looking for, and I quote, a retarded person was on the loose in the building.
I mean, loose?
Loose.
Like...
Jim retarded, she's shy, you know?
Well, he's shy.
What do you mean he's loose? Like, was he doing stuff? Was he licking things?
Christine left, but it was...
She's back.
Christine's back.
Christine, you gotta make it warmer in here. It's fucking freezing in here.
I mean, it is a little cold.
That hasn't
fucking pussy.
By the way, it's not even down at all. At all. It's not at all down.
No, it's fine the way it is. That was a drop.
No,
it was. Everyone was comfortable.
It's good. Relax. My God,
Christ, dude, Jacob is on edge, dude. Jake, you want me to give you hand release during the commercial break?
Maybe.
Hey. First of all, back off him. He's mine.
He's all worked up. You want me and Bobby to give you a manual hand release together?
Where are they going?
What? Okay. I know what's going on. You gonna go get rid of that dream out of your head with Christine right now?
Where are they going?
Her headphones aren't working.
Oh,
I have to.
Sure.
I'm the sound guy. Why is she calling you over?
We know why.
Oh man.
Why is your shoulder hurt? Why are you stretching your shoulder, Jacob? Why are you?
Christine, Jacob's shoulder looks like a little sore. He's showing you right where with his fingers.
Why are you getting limber right now?
Get down. Show her how your body moves. Show her the contours of your body when you fix her headphones.
Unzip your shirt. Yeah, unzip.
Oh, he's trying to get that shirt off.
He's taking his hoodie off right now.
Oh my God!
Look at those.
Damn. No, he's got to get to work. He's got to get down and dirty now. Sorry, Christine. You got to see down and dirty Jacob now.
Jacob, make her hold your hoodie.
Damn, look how he fills out that shirt.
Yeah, he really is. He really is television hot.
He's the by far and wide best shaped person on the show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with that.
Leaps and bounds.
Leaps and bounds.
He looks great today.
And he does look hot today.
Me and Lou were the closest to death. We're on death's door.
I was.
You were on death's door.
I was right there a year ago.
You went from first place to fourth place?
Fourth.
Well, Christine's probably least likely to die.
Well, I mean,
Black Lou is defying the odds of sickle cell and diabetes.
Jesus Christ. Sickle cell.
He's defying the odds.
I don't even know what sickle cell is. What is sickle cell?
It's when your cells become little sickles and
They cut
swear to
off
God, and they hook each other and they block up the.
I didn't know that.
My high school is predominantly black. We learned about sickle cell.
So who dies in here first? Out of all of us, it's either you and Lou.
Me and Lou were in a foot race. And then you.
I don't think so. I think me and Black Lou are like tied.
No.
I mean, dude, I'm pretty in shape. What are you shaking your head for, Lou? Black Lou, I'm in pretty good shape right now.
He's substantially younger.
Oh, you're in fantastic shape. Is this just health wise or like?
I mean, I don't.
Me getting pulled over on the way home.
You're also. Are we discounting? Right? Is he saying is it health or this could be violence in the streets?
Is this?
I'm talking.
You're talking natural.
I'm talking health. I'm talking
like
natural.
if the Jews rise up.
Yeah, I'm talking natural.
Natural causes.
I'm talking.
Not natural causes, but like sickness, illness.
Yeah. I don't take any medication whatsoever.
Okay.
Not one pill. Do you take any pills, Lou?
Nexium.
Absolutely not.
No, not all right. So I think we're kind of tied. Do you take pills?
Yeah.
What do you take?
Lexapro, vitamin, a thing called some kind of pine bark extract that makes your blood thin without having to take baby aspirin. Keeps your blood thin, I should say.
Pine bark.
I take 2 kinds of antihistamine, allergy pill, and
right,
like a Zantac or one of those Pepsid.
DJ Lou, what do you take?
Nexium.
What is that?
It's a cult in upstate New York.
It is a cult.
You got to stop taking Nexium. Nexium makes your leg go numb.
Yo, I couldn't feel my toes.
Yeah, you got to be careful with Nexium. If you're only supposed to take it a little bit. If you take it like every day or constantly, it will make your leg go. Your nerves and your leg die.
Listen,
Bobby, you're late to the party. That's been
Listen,
Lou's leg does not feel his toes.
buddy.
That's not good.
Lou, me and you will go. We'll get some stem cells from
Dr. Bill.
Dr. Bill's gonna shoot us full of things in his house. We'll watch his wife do home workouts. Ooh la la. Oh, DeRose is calling in.
Great.
Oh, that's cool. You can call him. We could ask him. Should we ask him about his robbery?
Sure, of course.
Is it public knowledge? Or are we spilling the beans?
It is now.
Yeah, we've really put it out there.
Yeah, we put it out there.
God damn it.
One of these has got to be him.
And one's not?
Let's just throw it on the air. See who that is.
Hey, everybody.
Okay. Hello?
Hello.
Joe?
Hello.
Hello? Who's this?
This is Joel.
Hey, Joel.
Joel?
It's close enough. Let's just go with it.
You hung up on Joel?
Yeah, I'm here. So I used to take Nexium, and I had to go get kidney stones busted all the time, like big giant kidney stones the size of quarters.
Oh.
Well, that's your fault for taking this call now, TJ. You happy? You're going to think about that all week. I know. I'm like, that's how I would be. I'm like, oh, that medicine's killing me.
Might make sense.
Dude, we're going to get stem cells. We're going to go on Ozempic. We're going to be skinny, shredded, with brand new hearts. Jacob, you got in shape naturally like a fucking jerk off. We're gonna be more human than human. Are you familiar with Blade Runner? Me and Lou are gonna be Blade Runners, man.
Kidney stones scares the shit out of me.
It should, and Lou, you definitely have them. They were probably blocking your toes.
Who was that guy? What comic had him on the road and he passed one? Like in a hotel, and
Mike
he was
Bichetti.
he was just screaming in the middle of the
It's
night.
agony.
I mean, death. He was dying, and they didn't know what to do. And they had to. He just passed one, and it's a little tiny piece of dirt. I think comes out of your pee hole.
It's crazy, but it's excruciating. I've heard. I've never had it.
I don't want that.
I don't want that at all.
My boss in the French bistro I used to work at, he went to the hospital in agony with kidney stones. He waited so long in the emergency room. He went into the bathroom, screaming, and then he just pushing the pee, and all he heard was pling, 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 and that was it. Though he passed him and went home. He never went into the room.
I would have kept him.
I mean,
made a bracelet or something out of him.
That's horrible. I can't even. All I think about now is my dick hole, my burning
blocked.
dick hole. Oh.
You have a stone in your dick.
Oh God, is it? We have Joe. We have Joe on the line now. Joey,
Hey guys.
what's up, buddy? What's going on? I know you're calling in to plug. You guys doing the live taste buds?
Yeah, it's tonight at 9 p.m. the live stream at
Where-
Moment.
Where is it?
It's just from the studio, but it's a live stream, and we've got all kinds of special, fun surprises for the fans. Bob,
Where can you get it? Where do you go to get the live stream?
moment.co/tastebuds. Sorry, I forgot that part. Moment.co/tastebuds.
Nice. We'll make sure we put it out there and stuff. Joe, we were talking about your unfortunate burglary that happened to you.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Jay, I'm just grateful they didn't steal my sense of humor. You know what I mean?
They couldn't find it.
it was in your other sport coat.
Yeah, it was in your other plaid pants.
They came and got most of your collectibles, right?
No, it was funny. They left like all the collectibles. They took all of the new stuff that they could sell quickly. I'm saying they because it was a non-binary thief.
That's cool.
But no,
Because you live in the East Village.
they took like the PS5. The only collectibles they took were the my handheld gaming devices, like my Game Boys and all that, because those are easy to throw into a bag.
Yeah.
But he didn't take time to like cipher, a rifle, through like, the vintage like Nintendo and Super Nintendo. Honestly, he wouldn't have got any money for those. They're not really worth that much. Like, you're better off trying to resell a PS5 on.
Did they get your true to scale Chewbacca statue?
No.
Oh, thank
we'll
God.
have that.
Oh, thank God.
He was supposed to scare the damn crooks off, and it didn't work.
How are you? Yes, there should be a scarecrow. Are you still in this? You're still in the same apartment, I assume.
Yeah, I am. But I will say it does kind of fuck your head up. Like,
yeah.
I'm not like, for like a week or two, I couldn't. It was weird. I couldn't sleep in my bed. I was all freaked out, so I slept on my couch every night.
Yeah.
And that went away, but I don't know. It's just weird. It just doesn't. It just shifts the energy of the apartment. It's not like I'm scared that like the person's going to come back or something. But like I'm just like, I don't know. It just shifts the energy. It taints the apartment.
But
it's just.
Isn't it that you left the door open though? It's not that they broke in, right?
Well, they still broke in.
No, they kind of just went in. Right?
Hey, Joe. Speaking for Bobby, Bobby's victim blaming.
I know, Bob. You're saying I was asking for it, Bob?
Yeah. Well, I mean, Joe, why do you sleep naked and face down if you don't want to get me fucked in your sleep?
Jesus.
Why do you sleep face down naked if you don't want me to shove my cock up your sleeping asshole?
So you make a good point, Jay. I'm just saying it's a little rough, but you make a good point.
This jerk off left his door open. He must want me to take his things.
I mean, right? It wasn't like they broke.
No, I didn't leave my front. I left. I kind of don't want to say on air because I'm a little. I guess I am still a little freaked out. But I did not leave the front door open. Let's put it this way: I left a potential entryway to my apartment open that is so stupidly hard to get to. I still don't even understand how this happened. Like,
Inside
I'm still
job.
scratching my head over how this happened.
You got robbed by Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, Spider-Man got you, dude. Or probably Venom. He's the bad one. Give me all your Game Boys.
One of my
that was a good Venom.
Brian, who does all my social media, and legitimately asked me this question. He goes, "Have you had any unsavory women in your apartment?"
It'd be funny if Joe had to think back and goes, there was that one girl who was asking me if I loved her, and I pointed to all my belongings that I loved more than her. I love my Game Boys more than you. I love this PlayStation 5 more than you.
Have you guys ever gotten robbed or anything? Have you ever had anything stolen from you?
No, I've only lived in a doorman building in Manhattan.
Packages in front of a place, but no one's ever broken into my place. If someone broke into my place, I really feel like I couldn't recover from that. I'd be really terrified. But I mean, I know it's because they were able to get in on human error. I guess it is a solvable problem. But like,
Yeah, it's. I mean,
but why have to live in like the I left it open? This is my favorite thing still. And I watch so much true crime stuff, and it really just is the funniest. Like every neighborhood where it happens, they go, "This neighborhood. We never even locked our cars or our houses at night. Like why?" There's locks right on those doors. It's super easy. And it just, sure, it's a great neighborhood. But let's say it's the one day where it goes haywire.
That's, by the way, that's complete bullshit. I never believe in bullshit that. And then the part they leave out is they go, because we had a neighborhood watch that kept anybody that didn't have an appropriate last name out of our neighborhood.
Yeah.
Like, they leave that part out.
Yeah, also, they go, we left our doors wide open. We slept with shotguns next to our bed. That seemed to do the trick.
Yeah, it drives me all crazy. Like the other thing that drives me nuts now, since this happened,
playing PlayStation 4,
having an Xbox.
Well, dude, I'll tell you what. This is no kidding. I had a brand new PS5 in my closet, still in the box. And he went into that closet and he didn't take it because he thought it was just the empty box for the one he was stealing. I was like, this crook doesn't know what he's dealing with. I got a backup PS5. Took it right out of the box.
Maybe he was just a nice crook and was like, you know what? I'll leave that one for him. I only need one.
Yeah.
Maybe he was a nice guy.
Bobby, you always see the best in people.
I'm trying.
I really want to get the pictures of him walking out of the front door of my building using my luggage to carry my stuff.
He took your luggage?
He took like some of my overnight bags and filled them with my other stuff.
He's just walking out with a R2D2 fucking Rolly case.
Yeah, he got a shoulder bag that said Denver Comedy Works on it.
It's all swag from comedy clubs.
May the 4th be with you.
Yeah, he's wearing a comedy on stage hoodie.
Hat.
Oh, you know what? Joe? It just reminded me that you say that. I did get robbed before. I've had a car stolen once completely, and then once when the Boston Comedy Club, Matt Frost got a bunch of the comics that were there to do a basketball at Chelsea Piers, like join a league. And I was driving my Saturn at the time. I had a Saturn, and I was going away to Germany to do shows next. So I brought all my luggage up in my trunk. And while I was playing basketball on Chelsea Piers on the side of the West Side Highway, someone broke into my trunk and took every piece of clothing I owned in the world. And what a letdown when I was significantly heavier than I am now also at the time. So it's going to be, what homeless junkie idiot wants to wear my quadruple X FUBU sweatshirt? There's going to be a bunch of South Pole tents up around town. I'm going to use my clothes for shelter.
I got.
But that sucked. That really fucking blew.
I got my car. I was at Dawn's house when we were first dating, Christmas time, and it was a snowstorm. And I looked outside, and her car light was on. So I went outside, and light was on. So I went outside, and somebody broke into her car and her father's car. Didn't break in, just opened the door because it wasn't locked. And I followed the footprints in the snow to a car across the street, and the guy was still in the car taking stuff out of the car. Wow. And I was like, hey. he went, what's up? And I went, you can't do that. And he just ran. And I chased him in the snow. And then I realized this is just stupid, and I went back to the house. But yeah.
So Bobby, by the way, Bobby's stories, I will say, if you want to challenge them at all, it is that every crime he sees going on against him, he says a rational sentence to them. Seems to be the end of the problems always.
I'm not good at moments.
He said he almost got stabbed on the subway thing, and the guy kicked his phone out of his hand onto the tracks. And while the guy's swinging a knife wildly, Bobby's going, "You kicked my phone, man. You kicked my phone." And that seemed to talk the guy down, he said.
No, it was
this guy who he fucking tracked like he's a detective in Fargo. He tracked through his hoof prints to his car, and then you got there, and and he goes, "You can't do that. You're not allowed to steal people's belongings." And then he took off into the night.
I have no. But don't forget, I said when the guy was trying to stab me, pulled the knife out. I went, "You're gonna stab me over words?
You're gonna stab me over? Use your words."
I went, "You're gonna stab me over words," and that seemed to make him want to stab me more.
Yeah, and then he swung and cut your snack bag.
I told you I turn into a slam poet when I get nervous.
That's so funny.
Come on, guys. You know that ain't cool.
Somebody pulls a gun on Bobby. Somebody pulls a gun and Bobby goes, "Oh, grow up. Come on."
Yeah.
Seriously?
Guns? We're getting in the guns play now, dude?
You see, this is why society's where it's at right now. Yeah, maybe you're right.
What are we going to do? We're going to kill each other over this phone thing? I guess not.
What would you?
Hey, man. Fourth commandment. You don't take someone's stuff, man. Come on, Daddy-O.
I will tell you the thing that drives me the most insane since the burglary happened. That people say, they say it about New York all the time. Because I've said more than I've ever said before since it happened. I'm like, I don't know, man. Maybe I'm just kind of getting over New York. This is just part of living here. Maybe I'm just like not into it anymore. And if I'm this bothered by it, and people, there's always somebody that'll go, "Oh, please, dude. This city in the 80s, you don't even know what that was." I'm like, yeah, dude, it costs $72 a year to live here in the 80s. It's $4,800 a minute to live here now.
A minute.
Yeah. By the way, with the same graffiti across the street of some fucking slam poet.
It really bugs me that you're still using the word burglary.
It was a burglary.
It was not a burglary. It was a robbery.
A B&E?
It was a B&E and burglary. It's like the...
Joe, do you know what I wish
I got burglarized.
Bob, you got to say... Bob, I say burglary because every time I said to somebody I got robbed, people go, "Oh my God, where? Were you in the park? Are you okay?" They pull a gun. Everybody thinks you mean like somebody like robbed you in the street.
He was burglarized.
So I started saying burglary.
I just don't like the word burglarized.
You're adding an extra syllable
Think
to
I
it. Burglary.
Burglary.
It's not a burglary.
Dude, that's what I do, Jay.
Oh, my apologies.
That's my thing.
Yeah, that's true.
Burglarized.
You put R's on the end of some words that don't.
Yeah, I add them with a knot and I put them where they are. I take them out where they are.
Take them out where they are.
I gotta tell you this, dude. Before I hang up, Bobby Kelly.
Oh Jesus!
I will bring a tear to your eye. I'm about to say something really nice. Hold on.
All right.
The man will bring it. Bobby, I'll tell you, Bobby's public persona. You see him on stage, you hear him on the radio. It's a lot of "fuck you, dude," but and all that stuff.
That hurts.
Yeah, if you boil it down, if you boil it down to its base root, yeah, it's pretty much just "fuck you, dude."
Fuck you, dude. Yeah.
He called me. My point is, it's Bobby's got an aggressive thing. It's what makes him very funny. But he called me when this happened. He made fun of me relentlessly for 20 minutes, and we laughed our balls off, and then we hung up, and then he called me back immediately and was like, "Hey, dude, I'm serious. If you need anything, please call me. Please. And I was like, I will, dude. Jeez, I promise. And he was like, "All right, dude, I'm here for you." And it was like the most sincere, touching thing. The guy's got a real soft side to him.
Yeah, that was actually in private, but yep.
Hang on. Do we have is our fag alarm here?
Well, I mean, Jesus Christ.
It's just for us.
Wow. I mean, that was a moment between me and you.
Wow, man. Wow, Bobby, you're really tender.
Yeah, thanks for boiling me down to a "fuck you, dude," and then taking it away from me.
Oh, look, Mr. Fuck You Dude has actually got feelings.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Mr. Fuck You Dude.
Yeah, well.
Keep smiling. Keep shining.
You really took
knowing you can always count on me. For sure, dude.
Well,
you just pulled the curtain back on me, dude.
That's what friends are for, dude.
You and your stupid dog revealed that I'm just a pussy inside.
Damn. Bobby made fun of me. He did the due diligence. And then he called up, and I really saw a different side of him. He really gave me his teeth to suck on.
I felt bad, dude. I felt bad. I was like, you lost all the money.
Not me, dude. I texted you. I was like, sorry to hear about your ColecoVision.
Yeah, Jay didn't. I didn't have that tender moment with Jay. Bob. Jay called me and said, I'm sorry you got robbed. Now, can you tell me if the new Star Wars game is good? And let me complain about Josh Adam Myers for 10 minutes.
Wow. He really reveals a lot of secret moments.
I'm going to tell you something.
What you going to tell me, Jay? What's going on?
I'm going to tell you this right now, Bobby. I'm going to tell you that Joe, 50% of what Joe just said was right. It wasn't all correct.
Wow.
It wasn't all correct.
Joe is just a revealer.
Joe texted me out of the blue to give me the lowdown on the Jedi game.
Right.
That is true.
That was just information out of the blue. I texted Joe because he didn't answer when I called the first time, and then we've been playing phone tag, literally, ever since. But I did check on him for sure.
And you did not complain about Josh Adam Myers. That was a joke.
Oh, I'm really? All right, that was part of my 50% that was true.
You complained about somebody else. I'll leave it
Was it the other Josh Adam Myers?
I know it was.
Why, yes, it was.
I know it was. Wow. Bro, fucking Carosa. He's fucking burglarizing our fucking emotions right now.
Bobby's a really good guy. Jay hates his friends.
That's what it boils down to. Jay's a piece of shit.
When you boil it right down to it, I'm just a real fuck you guy. I played this tender character on TV. Joe, the show is tonight. It's on Moment House, momenthouse.co/tastebuds, right?
Just moment.co/tastebuds.
Where did you get House?
9 p.m. Eastern time.
I'll tell you where I got House. Moment House was what we streamed Skankfest on 2 years ago. That's why I got moment.co/tastebuds. It's going to be hilarious.
9 p.m.
Live stream, 9 p.m. Check it out. Joe, we love you. Please come in studio soon. You got to be here for...
anytime.
You got to be here for Jacob has been going through Tourgasm.
Oh, boy.
Episode by episode. And really, Jacob having no prior knowledge or any idea who Jay Davis is, watching what a guy gets an impression of a person based off of a show, is Jacob feels like if he sees Jay Davis, he should just tell him, be like, get me a coffee, you bitch. This show is from a third observer's eye, an uninformed observer's eye, is really so fun, and I'd like you to be a part of that at some point, Joe.
I would love to. I would also love to be a part of learning where Jacob found Tourgasm. Where is it?
It's on YouTube.
It's all on YouTube.
It's on YouTube?
It's like in 10-minute segments. You want a little
Jacob,
taste?
did you?
Oh, yeah, Joe.
I tasted it all. I watched it front to back with Jay.
Well, these are the pieces.
Wait a minute. What do you mean you guys watched it front to back?
We watched it front to back. After Sopranos, before Carnival.
You've never told me that you watched it. You never even said congratulations on it, either one of you.
No, that's not true.
100.
No, you guys. So for me, when I saw you on a billboard, I thought that was unreal to me.
Was
that
I
was
on
so cool.
I was on a billboard?
Yeah.
Where?
Wherever
How
I saw
come I don't
it.
remember any of this shit?
Yeah,
it was a big HBO show.
What?
Yeah, you might have been the first guy I ever knew personally, like before the show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you were the first friend I had that got on something that was on that big of a platform.
Yeah.
That every other guy before that, it was like I met him after he was on something.
And they did the comedians. Then they did the comedians of comedy one, which was just nerds doing the same thing.
Yeah. I was the first guy. I was the first guy that you saw make it from the beginning, and the first guy you saw fall from the top down to the bottom.
Also, the first guy to ever tear an ACL practicing playing flag football.
First of all, we were playing flag football. Touch football, and if you watch it, I made a pretty epic dive for the ball.
I watched the episode where you come out on stage with the cast on today.
Oh, you did?
Before I came to work.
Yeah.
I'm going through it all.
Jacob's tearing through.
Well, but most people gave me compliments.
Spoiler.
Good.
Jacob, spoiler alert. Did you get to the laser tag episode yet?
Oh, that was the first one he brought up.
I watched.
Oh,
want to hear some?
It's paintball.
Paintball, yeah, paintball.
You ruin all my fun.
Yeah.
Personally, if somebody was saying some of the things that I was saying to Jay, I probably would have been like, you know what? Whether I fucked up or not, dude, shut the fuck up or I'm going to come over and knock you out.
Dean is a fierce competitor.
Dude, he did.
He must win.
Dude, he bitched. He bitched Jay Davis out, then said he felt bad about it and apologized, and then told him he also handled it like a bitch by letting him.
I bitched him twice.
Dude, how do you bitch somebody again in your apology? He goes, I'm sorry, man, because you should have punched me, but you're such a sissy puss. Oh, my God.
Every fucking thing I'm doing, you have to somehow get in and break a rule.
He was that mad because he broke a 4 foot or 10-foot rule of shooting someone with the paintball.
Did you see the episode where
Ruins all his fun.
I tried to fight the turtle?
Not yet.
Oh boy,
We're getting there. Well, Jacob brought in some pieces today.
Yeah.
And don't worry, we'll get to them.
No, I haven't loaded them yet.
We have nothing for today of these?
No, just that for now.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. Still pretty good.
Yeah.
The one you just
said. Guys, man.
Love you, Joey. Thank you so much. Moment.co/tastebuds. Watch it live tonight. Sal and Joe DeRosa. And a bunch of fun surprises.
Love you, Joe. Be careful. Watch your back in your living room.
Watch your back. Bike chain your door shut.
Lock your door.
Chain your doors.
Yep, lock it.
Later.
Well, I sent you all the clip this morning.
Yeah.
Which is that one you thought was worthy of watching? 'Cause I'm fascinated.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, then that one.
Yeah,
You
for
can
sure.
just pull up the.
Yeah, Kristen, you have it, right?
Yeah.
Very nice.
DeRosa. You gotta be careful what you say to fucking DeRosa.
Jesus H. Christ.
He'll just really rat you out.
Yeah. He goes, and they goes, no, not him. The other one.
Hey, well, we're waiting for that. Can I, Bob, can I bring up what I showed you today? What I told you about?
Yeah. That's great.
Look what I
Jacob
found.
also had something he said he wanted to bring up also.
Yeah.
No.
I found a VHS tape in my desk today that says Cooked on it. COOKED.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it is Dane Cook's pilot that never aired.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, from 2005 or 6, I'd say.
This is from New Wave Entertainment, which was Barry Katz and Brian Volkweiss's company.
Cooked?
I actually auditioned for this. I'm not in it. I auditioned for the best friend, Bobby, from Boston, and I didn't book it.
That happened to Kurt Metzger. That happened to Kurt Metzger on Pete Holmes' show. Greer Barnes played Kurt Metzger.
This was this. I got down to me and 2 other guys for this pilot. I mean, it was Bobby, Dane, best friend from Boston, me, and I didn't book it.
Could they have pushed you through?
Yes, they could have pushed me through, but
could Dane have said like
Dane fought with the head of Sony in the room apparently after I left. and Dane,
that's funny, dude. After you left, I took a swing at the guy, but he just wasn't hearing it. I'm sorry.
He said to the guy, he goes, "Is it 'cause he's bald?" And the guy went, "We like hair here at Sony. We do like hair." So some of it was my looks. Some of it was my looks, because the guy who did get it had beautiful hair. Beautiful hair. The guy who got it was the guy from the nerd from what's that?
Grandma's Boy.
Grandma's Boy. The head nerd who owned the company.
Thought he was a robot.
Oh,
I thought he was a robot. Yeah, he got it. He actually became a kind of a big star.
Yeah, he's the best friend in it.
He's the best friend in it. Yeah.
For Bobby from Boston?
I don't know if the guy was from Boston, but his Dane's best friend Bobby, and some of the stuff that I said was like stuff I've said, like things I've said, like dude. You know, the guy said,
a big dude guy.
Dude, he was a big dude guy.
You ruined all my fun.
Yeah, I have. I did ruin all his fun. I ruined a lot of his fun.
You come in and I'm trying to have fun and you break a rule.
Every fucking thing I'm doing, you have to somehow get in and break a rule.
Break a rule?
Break a rule.
That's so funny.
He broke the paintball rule.
You come in and you fucking break a rule.
Broke the 10-foot rule of paintball.
There is a clip you can get too. I think it was the first episode.
Did he want to be worshipped? That's a real question. Did he want to be worshipped, or was he like not looking for that? Like, I can't get a gauge on Dane's thing.
When we hang on one second. When we were the first episode, you look it up, because I actually hurt Dane. He breaks a rib, and I think I did it intentionally.
Why? Did he break a rule?
We were racing on scooters, electric scooters, and I was winning, but then my foot somehow hit his thing. And there's slow-mo of it, I think, where you can see.
Like you're tripping him?
I don't know if I tripped him, but I think I might have.
You ruined all my fun.
I think I ruined all his fun. I mean, this was the beginning of the tour, and he fell, and I felt terrible.
When did you stop? When did you, if you stop? I shouldn't say this. I should ask. When and if did you stop, like, rooting for him to go? Like, 'cause I had an interesting thing. Like, I asked that because with Kevin Hart, I was like rooting for him. Like, this is crazy. Then you find yourself in pure envy and like annoyance of him without even anything of his, to no fault of his, and then find myself right now just more like in awe. I'm just like, damn, Kev. Like, it's like how much more, like, it's impressive how fucking famous he is.
I never stop. I don't like ever not root for somebody because I know how hard this shit is and how lucky
stuff where it's not even in your like thoughts though.
What do you mean? I don't know.
You're not rooting against him, but I'm saying, like, there was a time if Dane had something coming out, you were like, come on, man, I hope this thing hits. Let's hope this is another, like, keep this string going. Before you were kind of going, like, this guy needs a humbling or something,
I don't know, dude. Here's the thing. Dane got humbled in the middle of his hit. In the middle of his hit, he got humbled.
How?
Mom died. Dad died. Brother stole all his money.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can't really sit there and go, this guy needs to be humbled. His mom and him were the closest. I mean, the closest I've ever seen anybody with his mom.
Yeah.
I mean, really close. And she died in the middle.
Are you trying to say that?
What?
You saying something?
No.
You saying something I'm not saying?
What's wrong with you, dude? No.
I don't know.
I'm not
You really doubled down.
I'm not.
On really close.
No, I am not saying that, you nut.
Okay.
He wants back in.
I'm not. No, I'm saying it was at his peak where he was popping like big.
Yeah.
I mean, crazy. He was. I remember.
Is that why you lost the weight? So you can go do a Dane Cook-like activity?
I'm trying to get tour guys.
Trying to parasail? He goes, Dane, I could parasail again. Send me up.
No, but he did. He lost his mom, and then he lost his dad, which was
very close together. I know. I'm saying timing wise.
Parents, man, and then
in like a short amount of time.
Yes,
correct?
Which was fucked for him.
Sure.
I mean, he was close to his mom, really close.
And what are you trying to say, Bob?
And his dad.
I mean, that's insane that you brought it up now twice. And you keep specifying them. He was close with his dad, but he was like,
no, he was really close with his dad.
Get over here, Jacob. I need to elbow you when I say this. But he was really close with his mom. You know what I mean?
You're being ridiculous.
Jacob, take this elbow and wink as nothing. But he was.
Let me rephrase it.
Pretty into his mom.
He was very.
And his mom was pretty into him. Loved his dad though.
Listen, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that
him and his mom were a little.
Him and his mom were very close, and his dad. Very close with both his parents. And I remember he got.
But mom.
No,
wink.
Dad too. Him and his dad were real close.
For sure.
His dad was a Boston guy.
He liked to watch.
But his brother,
piece of shit,
dude. So he did all this stuff, did the tourgasm, all this money. His parents fucking died, dealt with that, kept going, doing.
The brother should happen after the parents.
It happened at the peak of shit.
And this is his same parents' brother. It's like he's blood brother.
No, he's a half brother.
From the dad?
Not the dad. His dad was his dad. The mom was his. They had the same mom, and
so he's older.
But he grew up with him. He grew up with his brother.
But he's older than Dane.
Older than Dane.
Okay.
And helped him build the business, man.
He did. He was involved.
He helped him. Yeah, dude. We would go to.
I thought it was. Dare I say? Not to use a word you had. I thought it was more like a burglary. I thought he stole money in one shot. It was like he was bleeding him.
His brother was his merch guy. Like he started out when he did colleges. He would have a 3-hour merch line after and make tons of cash after. And his brother would show up with a minivan, unload fucking boxes of stuff, and put it up on these racks, and really figured out how to sell this merch, and came up. I mean, before anybody was really doing merch, Dane was doing merch. And Dane was ahead of the curve on a lot of that stuff. He's the one who put all his albums up on Napster. So for college kids to get, he was very smart with that. He would go on Instant Messenger and just talk to people all night long, fans. But his brother would show up and do all this merch, and he became his guy. Even on Tourgasm, his brother would come and set up all the merch. The show was an hour and a half. The merch line to meet Dane was 4.5 hours long.
Yeah.
It was fucking grueling. Just sitting there. He met every single person in the show that stayed to buy a t-shirt or whatever, or a poster. So, but his brother was, helped him build the business. And when he, at his peak, found out his brother was taking, not some, all.
How?
Dude, he was his money manager.
So it was just like in his account? That's what I'm saying. How do you get it?
He was his money manager. You have a money manager, right?
Of course. Yeah.
Okay, so they could take all your money if they wanted to, right? They have power of attorney to do shit with your money, right?
Christine?
It's like this is the same with Johnny Depp when he found out his accountants took $65 million from him.
It's just crazy when your brother fucks you up.
I'm using Billy Joel's old guy. Christine, look up if that guy's been a problem ever.
That was his brother-in-law, Billy Joel's brother-in-law.
I know, yeah.
So yeah, dude, I was there the night he found out about it too. It was crazy.
Billy Joel? That's pretty cool.
Yeah, me and Billy were hanging out.
We were doing a dueling pianos tourgasm.
Yeah, he was riding on his motorcycle. I was in the sidecar. We were going around Long Island. I was holding his dog. No, yeah, it was crazy. So to be able to deal with all that shit and all that came down, and then the comedy world turned on him at the same time. Like the when we did Tourgasm, the comics of comedy, what was that fucking called?
Comedians of Comedy.
Comedians of Comedy really came at him. The alt scene was like, he's shit, and that whole thing.
Yeah, but what they tried to show you was the problem was, at least what Dane did was like present. It's not what touring is like at all. That was nonsense as far as like what an actual tour would be.
It is now.
The behavior.
It is now.
What do you mean?
You're going on Bert's tour. That tour is exactly what it is now. Going out, having a barbecue, doing all this crazy shit.
Because it's all on social media. Of course, yeah.
He was ahead. I mean,
he was doing that. The Comedians of Comedy were going to come in and go, this is what touring's like. And you're like, it's not a TV show. You're like, you're right. Yeah. We're reading books. We're not really arguing.
Yeah, I mean, you got to give Dane credit. He was ahead of his time, because he was doing video shit of making touring interesting for TV people to watch, so it's not all inside.
Yeah, so the tours are like, we take.
That's all Andrew Schultz does now.
Yeah, you do. You guys take donkey tours down the Grand Canyon. You make Jay Davis look like a fucking Mama Chooch.
I'm Mama Chooch.
A real Mama Chooch, dude.
Mama Chooch.
Do you have the scene, Christine?
Scene with Jay that I told you that I sent Christine, and then there's another one. Maybe you can give a little backstory on this one that I love today, where Dane reads a letter written by, I think, a parent of a kid who's got some mental deficiency, and he reads this letter. He reads the letter to the group. He goes, "I want you guys to understand how important it is what we're doing here." And then he reads the letter, and it is all about how great Dane is, and I look forward to your new CD. Isn't that great, guys? And there's nothing to do with the group. The whole letter is about how great Dane is.
You know what's funny is that when we all agreed to do this, it was a us thing. I remember that. It was, dude, it's not just my thing. It's you and Gary and Jay. We're going on tour. It's all our names are going to be on the bus.
So for that
all of our names are going to be on the bus.
Take the money.
Yeah, well, it was going to be a thing. It wasn't just, we weren't just his sidekicks, whatever. And I remember we showed up and the bus came. We were if you watch the first episode, the bus comes into the parking lot and it just says on the side, Dane Cook's Tourgasm. And it's like huge. And then and he goes, your names are coming on. We couldn't get them on. So then there's an episode where we go, I think it's in the show, where we get called, and guys, we got a big surprise, and we all had to cover our eyes, and we go to the back of the bus, and it says on the back, it says our names in like 8-point Helvetica. Gary Gulman, Robert Kelly, and Jay Davis, and it says Dan Cook again. Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, it was
That's
pretty
really funny. I will say, in fairness to Bert puts at least last year, all of our faces were on the tour bus. Everyone who was on the tour, even if you were on a show, they kind of had you on there.
No, we didn't get that.
Ask you, Bobby. So
this is all weird to me because I forgot all about this. Is 2008, I think, right? Yeah, I forgot all about this.
By the way, what you just reminded me of, real quick, because I don't want to jump too far from it, with the letter you were talking about. Do you remember Patrice's funeral? One of the fun. I mean, a real relief of a laugh in a pretty dark situation. But Norton went up there and read a letter that someone wrote about Patrice to him, and it was like, "Dear Jim," he goes, "Dear Jim," he goes, "just saw you in so and so." He goes, "Funny, best comedy show I've ever seen in my life. You killed." He goes, "Just wanted to say that I love Patrice," and he just goes through this whole thing about Patrice. And then when Colin got on stage, he goes, "Jim Norton." He was next. He goes like, "Jim Norton, I don't know if you had to leave the part about them loving you in there so much," just calling that out, because no one really paid attention because everyone was just so somber. Yeah. And he goes, "You really left in there this guy loved you." And it was one of the best shows he's ever been to in his life. It was really hilarious.
That was one of the funniest funerals ever, by the way.
Hell yeah.
I remember we all got there early to because we were going to help with the casket, and then we all leave. They brought out Patrice the casket, and we all went over to it and kind of prayed or said whatever in our heads, and we were leaving, and we turn around, and Will is walking back to the casket. Will Sylvince is a comic, just for context, who you don't know him, he's from Haiti, really can't understand a word he says, right?
Yes.
And he's walking back to the casket, and he's trying to open it up, and we had to run back and go, Will, you can't open the fucking casket. He was trying to, I don't know, he wanted to see him one last time.
I thought he wasn't in the casket.
What?
I don't think Patrice was in the casket. I thought he was cremated.
I think he was in the casket.
I'm almost certain he wasn't in the casket.
I don't think you cremated him until after.
No, I don't think he was in the casket. I mean, we could find out for sure.
I'll call his mom.
Why would there be a casket?
Was that Dust or Patrice in that casket?
Yeah, I mean, I know it's a painful thing, but was Patrice in the casket?
Yeah. Hey, Coletta Wallace, do you think Notorious B.I.G. was gunned down the streets by enemies or a stray bullet?
I'm sorry, Jacob. You were saying something about the thing?
I don't understand. Just from watching the clips I've watched, Jay Davis is not on the level of the three of you. What was the point of Dane putting him on the tour, aside from him being a punching bag?
I think this was a Barry Katz master plan. You know, Barry Katz back in the day, if you look back, he was the biggest manager of all time. He had Dave Chappelle, Jim Brewer. He had Jay Moore, Jim Gaffigan, Wanda Sykes, Keith Robinson, Patrice O'Neill, Billy Burr, Dan Cook. He had all of them. He had every famous person you could name at the time, comedian-wise, on one roster as a manager. Had them all. And he was really good at getting people things. He could go into a room and sell you and get you hundreds of thousands of dollars. And
Red Johnny and the Round Guy.
Red Johnny.
I just want to throw a name in there.
He can make you famous back in the day. And I think his master plan was put this together and I don't think me and Gary knew that. I thought we thought it was going to be a tour. That's it. We're going to do comedy. They're filming it for a docuseries or documentary, not a docuseries, a documentary that Dane was going to sell on his website as like a 2-hour thing. You know, that was it. Then it became this docuseries, and they made it into. They needed us to do shit. I think it was the master plan. If you look at the beginning, I'm the antagonist or whatever the fuck I am. Jay's the good boy. Dane's the leader. You know, Gary's the whatever the fuck he was. I forget what he was. Confused. I don't know what he was.
The nice one.
Whatever it was. So I think there was a master plan to make this thing, and they put us in these situations. I told you, I almost beat up a turtle, a mascot. In Maryland, their tarpon guy, they brought him on. They set me up. I didn't even know it. To this guy kept coming on the thing. He was going to introduce us, and I'm like, I'm not being fucking brought up by a turtle. I'm not doing that. And like Jay Davis was all bummed out. Like, yeah, they're not letting me host tonight. They're having the turtle host, and they were like, the turtle's going to be up there while you guys are doing your comedy, kind of in the background running around because they love the mascot. I'm like. Dude, I'm not fucking doing that. I'm not having a turtle run around while I'm fucking telling jokes. And they got me all heated. And then all of a sudden the turtle came on the bus in the outfit. And he's like, hey guys. I'm like, fuck you, dude. Get the fuck off the bus. And he's like, I just want to say something. I'm like, I say get the fuck off the bus. And I got nose to nose with the turtle. And I was about to pass this fucking guy. It was a gag though. It was like a fucking prank. I was like, you stink.
They were getting you fired up.
It was content. It was content before content was around. It was, you know what I mean? They were
like they were forcing a situation on you.
Yeah. So all this stuff was like
Maceo, Rob Magnotti. There's just more Barry Katz names.
He said Maceo, Rob Magnotti.
Rob Magnotti.
So yeah, that was. I mean, Jay, I think, was that guy. They put him on that tour to be that guy. The first episode, he was a Bible guy. If you remember, we got into a big fight. The first episode, we got into a big fight because we were talking about porn, and he was sitting there sulking.
Bible guy?
And I looked over, and he's like, "Is this all we're gonna do? Is talk about porn?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's what fucking comics do. We tell jokes and we talk about porn and we sleep. That's what we do." And I kind of snapped on him, so I looked like an asshole. But I think they pushed him into that to antagonize me. You know what I mean?
But also, because isn't he like, he's like the nightclub party guy.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Well, what did he do before? He did something like music promotion. Is that what it was? He was like a promoter or something.
He's a great promoter. Yeah, he did comedy. Dublin's was
No, I
his
know he
room.
did Dublin's
Yeah.
for sure.
But he did. Yeah,
That's
he did,
the place when they say bubbling at Dublin's.
He did. He promoted. He was a insane L.A. promoter.
He just seems so out of place on the
He is.
on
He was a
stage
brand
with the
new
three of
comic.
you guys.
He was
so
a
why
brand-
is he there?
Because he was there.
Dane's boy.
He was there. He was his Gunga Din too. Like we'd come in after the show and he'd have to make. Hey, can I get a tuna? He would make Dane tuna sandwiches.
Nah.
Dane is a fierce competitor.
He is a fierce competitor.
He must win.
I mean, he was.
Is Dan
Dane's-
St. Germain in the building? Let's see if he's checking. If he's checked in, we'll take a break and we'll come back and watch the tour. He's not here yet?
It was
bitch.
Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, I mean, but Jay was a sweet dude.
He's a sweet dude.
Just caught up in the I think caught up in it. You
He
know.
sure was.
Does he do comedy still?
We were lied to too. We didn't know. We thought it was going to be like a comedy. It was just comedy. We didn't really know that we had to go do shit. But Gary was the maddest of all of us. He was like, I don't want to fucking wake up and play frisbee golf. The fuck are we doing?
He looks so disinterested in every scene.
Gary wanted to write jokes and fucking go on stage and do comedy. He didn't want to be there at all. It was. I think he quit for like a week.
Not Bobby. Bobby will flip an ATV with Dane Cook in some fucking wacky terrain.
I like fun, Jay. I'm a fun guy. You know me. I wake up at 7 and look for things to do.
You need a poster. You need a poster like Allen Iverson used to have where you show your Dane Cook induced injuries or a thing.
You know what's funny about that injury? I wound up paying for that.
He goes, this my elbow has never been right again since we did an obstacle course in Oklahoma. This is when we did. This is when we rode actual angry bulls in Kansas City. My wrist has never been right after that.
We did ride horses in Montana.
Of course you did.
We did a lot of stupid shit.
That killed Superman. What you did. What you did murdered Superman.
Jay, this is gonna be hard. You know, this is gonna be hard for me to go back and watch this shit.
I like that we were just becoming a watch-along show.
This is gonna be.
I can't wait for Jacob. I watched it before. I can't wait for Jacob to remind me of these clips and bring them in every week. And we have a real, just emotional dump of these things. Don't forget, we also have Dear Jobbies, which are still out there. Dear Jobby has been quite the hit.
Yeah. If you need help with anything, actually, it's not just relationships.
No.
Anything
at all.
Yeah, if you have a pet that you thought you wanted and you really found out you didn't want and you don't know if you should put it down or not,
take it to a park and just drop it off while there's a baseball game going on. Someone won't let that dog die.
Yeah, we advice for everybody. Jobby, Dear Jobby, send it in. Send it in. Where do they send it, Jacob?
Instagram.
That's a good way.
Is that the answer?
Comments.
That's a weird That's a weird.
In the comments?
The bonfire at SiriusXM.com.
That's crazy what you were saying.
Yeah, you can't.
They sent a bunch of comments. The
On
last
what? A
time.
comment of what? Post? One post?
I don't know. I don't know social media. I'm not the guy. Why are you asking? Lewis is right there.
You're not an influencer, is what you're saying.
I'm not an influencer.
I'm an influencer.
Well, you're never going to influence shit if you don't wear the. We can't even influence you to wear your goddamn chains.
Yeah, where's
we
the?
bought you beautiful chains. He's walked away from the look completely.
No, listen, dude. I have bracelets coming in, and you guys who don't know this, let's give them context, Jay. Don't forget about the context.
Oh my God, I was almost about to not give any kind of context, and I've just got complete anxiety. I was going to give no context. We got Jacob chains because he didn't have any, and then Bobby, who's the co-host of the show.
Hi, not Dan.
Not Dan. Over there, and if you're just tuning in, I'm Jay again, and that's Bobby,
and that's Lou. DJ Lou is actually playing the music in the background. Black Lou's home because he's on paternity leave. I think he's having a baby very shortly. And there's Christine over there.
What is the world we're in? Paternity leave.
That is kind of.
You better start wet nursing, Black Lou. You better learn how to give milk.
But yeah.
Yes, Jacob?
Christine, you got to make it warmer in here.
That was
fucking
yesterday.
Freezing in here.
That was yesterday. It was very cold in here. It was Christine's fault.
Yeah. If you want to know, apparently it was Christine's fault. It was so cold.
Yeah, it was Christine. She came in and just blowed it. She's pushed that button.
My fault.
Can I say something? I accidentally, I came in to turn the lights lower when I came in, and I touched the thing. I didn't move it at all, but I touched the tan thermostat first, and I panicked.
Yeah.
I panicked.
You should panic.
Yeah, no shit.
You don't want to get yelled at, but like that was frightening yesterday.
Christine couldn't sleep.
You know,
Jacob, I have.
They have to be done.
I have bracelets coming in. I have bracelets that are coming in for you.
Why? He doesn't wear it. He doesn't appreciate it.
Dude,
No, I appreciate it.
These are nice bracelets. You better wear them with the necklace.
I will.
Promise
Dude,
me.
You and Steven Singer, this thing's blinged out. You're going to have a fucking platinum rope chain like Young Run DMC.
Steven Singer.
If you're waiting for Dan to watch this, should I bring up my point earlier, Bobby?
I would
Or do
love for
think
you to
we-
bring up your point.
maybe we
Thank
should
you,
go to
Jacob.
break, though.
We should take a break.
might-
We have to take a break.
We should take a break.
I mean, we don't have to because there's 0 ad reads.
That's true.
For some reason, I think are we ghost fired? Or is just no one here to actually fire us because we're all on vacation?
Nobody has reads. I don't know what's happening. So it's not just us.
And don't do fake reads.
Do
No,
not do fake reads.
that didn't go over well.
No.
Yeah. Is Jacob, you got to bring up a point. There's no reason to take a commercial and Dan's not here.
No, he is here.
He is here now.
Yeah.
Shit.
All right.
Well, what is it you want to bring up? What's the subject? I want to see if we can bring it up with Dan or if we give this a minute.
Go ahead.
I think it's fine here.
Okay.
Well, so I was on Instagram and I saw, I went on Karen Fian's Instagram.
Why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't I?
We all are.
Attractive woman.
It's my favorite.
Sure.
I hit there's a story, I don't know if this was a week ago. So I hit the story and she's trying on bikinis in the dressing room.
Okay.
Right?
Classic Feehan.
Right? And she looks great, but the top is the top, the regular top, and then the bottom covering her front, but the back is just a string.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm looking at this, and I said, wow, she looks really pretty, but then I'm thinking
Was
about...
pretty the word you were thinking? When you see a string up a girl's ass, it's not pretty anymore.
It's attractive. She's
Hot.
attractive. Yeah, it's hot. But here's the thing, Jay. This is what caught me. I said to myself, this is a bikini that every girl is trying on. How much, other asshole is on that string? Because the string...
Don't forget pussy secretions and other kind of like...
I don't even think that's as big a deal as, the string is, directly resting on...
The butt.
On
the nut.
On your asshole.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're not buying it, how many girls before her tried it on,
It's true.
Many.
rubbed asshole on it, and put it back on the shelf? So I think every woman who tries on a string bikini
She's in a store doing this, or is she doing it at home?
No, it's in a store. It's a dressing room.
It's true because a lot of women will go try on, and we have a woman in here, Christine.
Well, I thought
If
so. The
you're not-
idea is you wear kind of your underwear over a bathing suit when you're trying it on.
No,
Not over, I mean under a bathing
Not a
suit.
G-string.
not in this case.
Yeah.
I can't speak for anything else, but that caught me off guard. I'm
Are you
thinking,
concerned that when you Venmo'd her money for her pictures that she didn't use it to buy the
I
bathing
did
suit?
nothing.
Yeah, but Christine,
But
when you try a G-string on, does it go in your butt? And if you don't want it, do you put it back?
I don't think Christine's ever worn a G-string.
I've never tried on a G-string bikini.
Oh, really?
But
No.
I mean,
And you
you've
are
seen
supposed
it.
to keep your underwear on, when you try them on.
All right. Well, maybe this is an anomaly because this was not the case.
Well, I think she's doing it to be sexy, so she's not like.
But I
She
thought
assumed no one else is overanalyzing the dookie
made it
streaks of another
so
woman she's
unsexy.
dragged into her twat.
it made it unsexy for me because that's the first thought that hit me.
Then you're going to put that back, and then some other girl's going to try it on, and now that
20
that little spot's going to change color over time.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
25 women could have tried it on before or after her.
Oh, it's so much brown eye.
So it's going to go from a white G-string to like a yellow G-string, or maybe a brown.
Possibly.
But also, in Karen Feehan's size, how cruddy are the assholes you think trying this thing on? I bet these are all spick and
Spotless.
span assholes.
Spotless.
Yeah.
So in that, you have a point there.
I don't
Dude,
know.
if you're trying on like a string bikini at Elaine Bryant, I'm just saying, steer clear. Don't put it on your head like a funny joke.
Yeah.
I thought if this was the same with guys, if for some reason it was the norm that guys wore string bikini.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine, I'm in a dressing room and I'm trying on a underwear that 10 truck drivers have had up their ass crack?
That's hot.
Yeah, I can picture that.
That's kind of hot.
I can't. I would never
Yum.
wear underwear, I guess.
Christine, can you find the actual picture that he's talking about of Karen, just for reference, please?
But guy,
It wasn't a picture.
like I said, Jacob, though, guy asshole. I think we assume that girl butthole is cleaner
Yeah.
than a guy.
Not than
guy,
mine.
100%, I
guy
guess. But
assholes are dirtier.
still, it's not. You're not buying the product. You're testing it, and it's resting on asshole.
Yeah, it's
So am I
that's-
crazy?
That's in her asshole. Yeah,
Yeah, that's such an asshole for sure.
that's definitely. Should we Maybe
It's nice though, Burberry.
What if she bought it?
Well,
No, because there's two of them. I think she's not buying both.
Why not?
That's true.
Well,
Because
maybe. I don't know.
one's bigger than the other.
Huh?
She's a pool.
Work it, bitch. She has a pool in her building?
Mm-hmm.
Work it, bitch. Yeah, get it, girl. Yeah, I mean, for sure, it's gross, I guess.
Are you supposed to wear like a?
I don't think she's gross. I think the bikini is.
Yeah, it's gross.
So you're saying they should wear like when you try shoes on, you have to wear those little socks.
I don't like. That's what I was thinking. Like, what is the solution to this? Because you're not going to wear bloomers and put them over the.
You're supposed to, but can
They
we
should
talk
get
about a more tangible problem?
Yeah.
This week, I sat on a lot of wooden pool furniture, wet with a bathing suit on, and now I have what I can only describe as a debilitating, some sort of pimple or something on my ass crack. That sucks. It's not a roid.
It's an ingrown hair.
Something.
It's an ingrown hair.
It sucks.
You have an ingrown hair, and you have to pop it, or it'll become a cyst.
Yeah.
Try
maybe.
saying that with those teeth.
It's getting better.
Go ahead, try it. Cyst.
Cyst.
Nice. Hope they flop out this weekend.
I know you do.
I think you have to live in denial. In this case,
with the underwear,
knowing that you're trying it on,
yeah,
you have to try it on, live and be in denial. Like you know what you can't think about what you're trying on.
No, you have to put it on and just deal with it because or they should hire us like a string smeller.
I think you just have to put
what I mean?
it out of your head.
Or you can get one of those UV lights that kills everything.
Yeah.
I don't know what they do in these stores. It just seems.
Let's just pretend it's the UV light thing. It seems like a simple solution.
If it makes you happy.
It does. Well, not as a person who likes to go in and smell used bathing suits, but as someone if would not like that, it'd make me feel okay. Should we take our break now?
Yeah.
We should Dan St. Germain. We're going to watch this Jacob's Tourgasm update.
I'm scared, dude.
You shouldn't be. It's never you. You're not the issue.
Okay.
We'll be right back, everybody. It's the Bonfire.
Trunk Nation with Eddie Trunk.
Grateful to have Miles Kennedy and Wolfgang Van Halen here with me today, hanging out.
I always kind of joke him after a show. I always want to hug him right when he gets done because he's kind of sweating. Because I want some of that genius juice.
You can have my juice anytime you want, Miles.
And there's the headline.
Trunk Nation, weekdays, 3 p.m. East on Faction Talk, Sirius XM Channel 103, or listen anytime on the SXM app.
Michael McDonald, Steely Dan, Kenny Loggins. The CEOs of Smooth are on Yacht Rock Radio. Buttery soft rock hits from the late 70s and early 80s. Yacht Rock Radio, docked on Channel 14 all summer and available year-round on the SXM app, included in all trials and popular plans.
Are you suffering from seasonal allergies? Because you're not alone. Experts say pollen season started earlier this year and will last longer, and that folks who've never had issues before are feeling miserable. I'm Martin Hoke, inventor of Navage, the world's only nose cleaner with powered suction. Over 3 million people use Navage to pull saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out the other nostril, helping to flush out allergens, mucus, and germs. Navage helps clear your sinuses quickly and naturally. But what about other people's experiences, like Miss Clement? Quote, I chose Navage because of my persistent allergies. Navage works. While using it, I cut back on allergy meds and occasional shots at my doctor's office. Unquote. That's one of over 120,000 reviews with a 4.6-star average written by people who use Navage to breathe better, snore less, and feel healthier. Stop suffering and try Navage today at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, and Target. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E, clean nose, healthy life.
Listen, ladies, I know a lot of you are probably either going through a divorce or are divorced and you're holding on to that ring. Why are you holding on to that ring? It's got bad energy attached to it. You have to head to Worthy.com. Worthy is a selling partner that you can trust to get you the most money possible for your jewelry risk-free. 45,000 people have already sold their jewelry with Worthy, and now for a limited time, you'll get an extra $100 when your jewelry sells for over $1,500. All you have to do is register at Worthy.com/radio. That's Worthy.com/RADIO.
My friend and I are taking a trip to Mexico this year, but neither of us speak Spanish. So we downloaded Babbel and started learning Spanish fast.
Want to start getting conversational in another language in as little as 3 weeks? Babbel's quick 10-minute lessons were designed by language experts to be the most efficient and effective way to learn a new language.
¿Cómo te llamas?
¿Cómo te llamas?
¿De dónde eres?
¿De dónde eres?
Babbel's interactive lessons are created by real language teachers and voiced by real native speakers using a modern conversation-based method. So in no time, you can start speaking confidently about real-life topics in another language.
Nosotras vamos a México en 2 días y ahora hablamos español. Gracias, Babbel. Sí, muchas gracias.
Babbel, language for life. Celebrating 10 million subscriptions sold. Now try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. Just go to Babbel.com and start learning a new language today. That's Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
Attention owner-operators. Are falling spot market rates and rising fuel prices shrinking your bottom line? Creed's fuel program cuts costs for owner-operators like Rusty Navarro.
We got everybody blown away on fuel. I mean, we get a big discount off the top, then we get a fuel surcharge.
Our fuel program keeps the average net fuel cost at or below 75 cents per gallon. That's right, 75 cents per gallon. Visit creekcarrier.com to see what our owner-operators program could do for you.
And now, back to the bonfire with Big J. Oakerson and Robert Kelly.
Pussifer.
It's a great song.
It's a great song, everybody. It's the Bonfire Faction Talk, Sirius XM 103. Big J. Oakerson, Robert Kelly. We have a great guest sitting in with us, everyone. He's got a new special he's going to be recording at Old Man Hustle in Brooklyn, New York tomorrow. That is June 1st, everyone. 8 and 10 p.m. Some tickets still available. It's Dan St. Germain, everybody.
Hello, thank you. Yeah, it's Brooklyn, Old Man Hustle Brooklyn Comedy Club, so BKLYN, not to be confused with Brooklyn Comedy Club or Brooklyn Comedy Club Collective. I've been having to do that. I was like, I really picked the greatest name for a club.
There's 15 things called Brooklyn Comedy Club.
Yeah, I'm like, I have to explain, give them like a fucking zip and shit. It's ridiculous.
How's it going, man? Good to see you.
It's good, man. Great to see you. I've heard of the weight loss, but now I finally see it, and you look great.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
I gained weight. We Freaky Friday like a motherfucker.
Have you gained weight?
Oh, yeah. I went nuts. My mom died at the end of February, and then I was just like, I can just go back to 30 beers a day.
Oh, no problem at all.
Something like that. You know.
Sorry to hear that.
No, it's all right, but, I'm trying to get back on the old horse. I don't know how that turned into like a weight loss compliment to just a cry for help.
It really did.
Within 6 seconds.
Yeah, I felt good, and then I felt shitty right away.
Hey, you lost the weight. It's good. Good.
It's good.
I have a coke issue.
Main stage 4. Stage 4. Yeah.
No, I'm happy for you, dude. My mom's gone.
So I don't have anything to get thin for, I guess.
Oh, you must have sitting over there with a skinny stomach and an alive mom.
Dan, you're here on a great day.
I know. I'm excited.
Jacob has been going through. Jacob, our producer, has been going through Tourgasm, featuring Robert Kelly, starring Dane Cook.
Bobby and Goldman come off great in that one.
Thank you very much.
Well,
and
they come off. It's
poor Jay Davis, man. Poor Jay Davis.
Well, what we covered so far was yesterday to catch people up that are listening or just tuning in.
Yeah,
little contact. That was good.
Little context. Thank you.
That was fantastic. This is Bonfire.
It's the Bonfire.
Robert Kelly.
Big Oakerson.
Dan St. Germain.
You always have to assume someone's just tuning in, we're told.
Just now.
Right this second, someone else has no idea what's happening.
It's the Bonfire with Big J. Oakerson, and I'm Robert Kelly, and Dan St. Germain, and his mom passed away. He gained a little weight, but he's trying to get a hold of it.
He's trying to get a hold of things.
Yeah,
just
here to promote,
He's got a special happening at Old Man Hustle, Brooklyn Comedy Club, BKLN. Right?
Yeah. BKLNY. LYN. I don't know why I'm laughing. I did. Talking like that just makes you feel better, doesn't it? Like
just get it out, man.
It's nice.
But we're watching. Jacob has been going through Tourgasm clips because he didn't see it when it first came out, and he is coming in completely blind. He doesn't know who Jay Davis is at all. He has no context on Jay Davis other than he's on this tour with Dane Cook, who was world famous at the time.
This is one of the things that when Dane exploded was his HBO special.
Mm-hmm.
He built up with Harmful to Swallowed, and then HBO picked up his special, and they picked this up as a side note when they heard about it, and they made it into a docu-series about being on the road with Dane Cook. And that's what the show, 2008, HBO after The Sopranos. It was a pretty big show and a pretty big lead-in.
Right before Carnival.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy to be on HBO. Back when HBO was funny.
HBO.
They were funny.
Well, it was just also
now
huge.
it's just Max. Hey, Max is at the party.
Yeah.
It's
Now
a
you just
rebranding that makes absolutely no sense, by the way.
Now you just have to have quick banter and a quirky disposition, and you can get a special on fucking
You're not wrong. You're not- if you could be funny for 1 minute straight on TikTok.
There was a while there.
If you blew one guy in high school, you can have.
Wait, where's my special?
Where's my special?
Where the fuck is all of our special?
We all should get
I've
special.
been out here sucking dick like a maroon, thinking I'm not getting anything from
Yeah,
it.
I was hiding it.
So, with Jacob having no context on Jay Davis at all, watching this guy who he would deem to be a professional comedian just getting nonstop,
dude, it's bad.
Like
Killed.
sandbag.
I remember
and what
watching that. I'm like,
we watched so far the paintball fight, which is Jay Davis was too close when he fired. You're supposed to be 10 feet away, and he fired from like
4, Jay. He fired from 4.
He fired from 4 feet away.
He broke the 10-foot rule.
Yeah, but the room was only 6 feet.
It's not wrong. It was a tiny little room.
It was a 6x4, but it was a 10-feet rule.
So he broke the rule. I guess what happened actually was Dane got shot by Jay Davis and was like, "I lost, and now I'm furious." And he just screamed. Jay is still wearing his smock the whole time with paint blasts all over it, while Dane is back into his cool T-shirt and just talking to him like a fucking child.
yeah, just rubbing his face and
You ruin all my fun.
Yep, there you go.
Every fucking thing I'm doing, you have to somehow get in and break a rule.
There's rules in paintball.
Yeah. He should have thought about that with his brother.
But then he does.
There's some rules. Those are some rules he should have been paying attention to, like SEC violations.
But in that particular episode, then he goes, Dane Cook at the end, his apology to Jay Davis is talking to the camera and going, "I was a dick. Like, I really talked, like, I said some bad shit in there, and I was being a real dick." He goes, "And I mean, I said some stuff in there that if I were him, like, right or wrong, if I were him, I would have been like, yo, don't talk to me like that. I'm going to kick your ass." So he goes, "I apologize to him, but I can't believe he took it like such a bitch also." Isn't that crazy? In his apology,
That's not
he goes,
crazy at all.
What?
That's exactly what I mean. I used to do Jay's show at the Parlor when I lived in LA years ago, and Jay was total sweetheart. to me. Put me up all the time. Couldn't be nicer, I'll say. But he's still messed up by that whole like before he brought me on stage. It's one of the funniest ways that anyone's ever brought me on stage. He goes, "Yeah," and then Dane and I are in the hot tub with these supermodels, and he turns to me and he goes, "Hey Jay, can you get out? I think I'm vibing with both of them." Next up, he's been on Conan, Dan St. Germain. Like clearly, like all these PTSD from being with Dane. Like we bring up every comic that way. Dane, he's a millionaire, but he asked me to use my visa. Right, Ali Wong, everybody.
He was on a horse. I had to pick up his horse shit, and I had made him a tuna sandwich. Hey, give it up for.
It's wild.
Yeah, man, he was just like.
So we got a video here
but he's a good guy, great guy.
that Jacob sent to us today.
What video is this again, Jacob?
Jacob, you want to set this video up for us?
Yeah, can you set this video up so we have context?
In this scene, it opens up with Jay bombing on stage. I guess he's trying a new bit.
This could have been every episode,
but apparently
Is it the TLC killer?
It was a particularly big bomb because Bobby comes right out and said he just thought of that joke right before he came out on stage. Just tried it.
Okay, yeah.
And then he's backstage with Dane, and he's telling Dane why the joke didn't work. It's because he took a lozenge before and it dried out his mouth.
That does happen. It does ruin. Let me say something. That does ruin jokes. I've had a lot of jokes.
Lozenges.
Yeah, lozenges have ruined my fucking act. That's why I only chew gum now.
It's being very polite. You're being very polite. It's diplomatic saying that.
I'm being very polite.
Oh, last minute lozenge mistake?
I have a
We've all
question.
been
I mean, you
there.
guys probably already asked him, but did they go in like the producers go into this and like we're gonna find the greenest guy in the world?
They didn't tell us that. I was just telling that before.
Yeah.
They didn't tell us that. They said it was going to be something that it wasn't. It turned into this thing.
Yeah.
You know, like I kind of was getting wind of it when we started doing all these fucking things.
Yeah.
I thought we were just going on tour like rock stars, and we were on a fucking battle of the network stars. Doing shit.
Wasn't Jay also surprising, like the oldest person there?
He was actually on the show. He was 62. Yeah, it's crazy.
I think that's true. I think he was weirdly older than
He was
us.
the oldest guy. He was we were all in our early 30s. He was 50 or 40 something or 40.
You're in your 30s for sure, right?
Yeah, he was the oldest guy. He's the oldest guy. Yeah.
It was too visual, but I watched another scene today before work where you're all rock climbing. That was one of the things comics do, Dan, before when they're not on stage.
And when
they're not on stage.
Before jiu-jitsu took over in the comedy.
When he says it's too visual, he means we can't describe it. Me and Jay really aren't good at that. So.
It's not worth watching. But every one of them is climbing. Gary tries it. Bobby goes up, and then Jay climbs up like halfway and goes, I want to come down, I can't do this anymore. He totally bitches out, and they have to lower him.
My God.
They have to lower the rope, and then Dane gets up and Spider-Man's up the rock wall,
of course,
to show that he can do it. He's unafraid
just
of anything
as he goes up. You
know what? It's funny.
Pump dances.
He's just like,
I don't know how to describe it other than he sexy climbs.
The only reason
up the wall.
The only reason
and
why
then he double super fingers and falls off the wall.
I think he did do that. Actually, I think he did super down. The only reason why I didn't make it to the top is because I'm a man. And, I didn't.
You don't do that shit.
I don't do that shit.
That must be hilarious. Like it's like you get this call from HBO, and you're like,
no.
Feature my comedy.
No. This was not. This got picked up after. This is the hardest part about the show. This was supposed to, like I told them, it's a documentary he was just making, like content, before content was thing. He got the HBO deal after. He called me up after we did all this and said, HBO picked this up. It's going to be a show, but it's going to take a year. So I was going to be on HBO. I knew this was happening for a year, but I couldn't tell anybody. You understand?
Couldn't tell anybody?
You couldn't say a word. They made me sign all this shit. So we knew it was going to be on HBO, but it was going to take a year for them to edit the whole thing together because they're going to make it into a television show. We had to go back and film episode 9. We had to go back and film it. It was like the final episode where we fought. I told you we fought in Mustang. We did dog fighting in the air, and I threw up. It was a nightmare. I almost died. But so this was after the fact. HBO, the head of HBO at the time, who got Me Too'd, who's gone now, he was like, I love Dane, I want to do your special, and then he saw this and was like, I want this too. And they made it into that. So, this was not supposed to be...
Who Me Too'd him, you?
It's got to be kind of annoying, though.
Did you Me Too him?
I did it, yeah.
Because you would have probably been like, oh, I'm going to do this in this scene. Like, if you had known beforehand that HBO was going to be filming all this, you're like, all right, well, maybe I'm going to change this way I do this or any of that kind of stuff. Because it was just like kind of like live streaming. Like, did you not know
it was fly on the wall type
Yeah,
shit? You woke up every morning with cameras in your face.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, you woke up every morning. You woke up with camera. It was because we didn't understand that. Like, it was every morning there was a camera crew in your face.
I did one of these MTV things, and I won't say who, but one of the producers wanted me to bring a mic into a 12-step meeting.
No,
Jesus Christ.
Like, I don't know if you guys want to fly here.
That's against the traditions.
Hear Tatum O'Neal share or whatever it is.
Hear Ozzy Osbourne just mumble.
This chip. You just hear like two. You hear some words.
His fucking bracelets jingling.
Is Bobby part of this clip at all, Jacob?
Yes. I come out.
Yeah, because he comes out right after him.
Okay.
I hope.
What a piece of shit. Just started that way.
You go for that dumb fuck.
Here's the thing, though. They kept trying to get us to help him with this stupid joke.
The joke was horrible from the get.
Well,
that was the running thing.
We don't know that. It could be good. But, well, maybe now. It might be good now, Jay.
Nope.
Jay.
It's bad on concept.
Jay, it might have matured like a wine. Let's hear it.
Let's see.
From the beginning?
Please.
Like, Dane is actually, I don't even disagree with him, but he still makes Jay look like a bitch.
Yeah.
So.
Poor Jay.
Man, I tell you, I am such a sensitive, kind guy. I'm so kind that my friends think I kill people with kindness. I'm like, what are they thinking? Like, if I were the BTK killer, they'd probably call me the TLC killer. tender loving care. What, I'm going to break into someone's house and be like, hey, is anybody home? I brought pretzels. The TLC killer's here. 911, I don't know what to do. No, he told me my hair looked great and I'm beautiful. He won't leave. He's outside.
You see what Bobby just did there? Let me give you a good description. Bobby just made a face like, that's not so bad.
No, I will say it's not like the reaction's worse than the joke. The joke's not great, but it's not like.
Dude, this is hard to watch.
Yeah, it's tough.
I lived through this in my life once, and now I'm living through it again.
He delivered it like a person they make host for you at a college.
Just FYI,
Yeah.
I think I gave him the pretzel line, which I thought was funny.
You don't though.
No, I don't. It was, dude, when they
you just had to say something. He goes, maybe you're bringing something like pretzels. There's a Z.
They stepped it out. You can tell they at least stepped the joke out. With the pretzel thing.
New joke. I like that. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Mr. Robert Kelly.
New joke.
Give it up for Jay Davis. Jay Davis trying out a new joke with you people. He just wrote it in the back, I swear to God. He's just like, dude, what about this? I'm so happy. I'm like, yeah, you are. You kill people with kindness. You're annoying. You're so nice. And he's like, I'll go do that. And he did. And you people are like, no, it's not ready yet. Come back.
Because you were
It's
rushing
there.
it. You were rushing it. You were nervous. You were really conscious of it. You got to write it out now.
You know what happened?
You got some chuckles. You got some, a little bit of response.
Here's the mistake I made.
Thanks,
I'll have
Dave.
my cousin in the front row.
I'll be honest
But
with you.
here's the
I've
mistake.
never been he's already more married to a joke than I've ever been in my life. It's like I gotta find a way to get this concept to work. If I would have went like that, I'd have been like, the concept's shitty. It just sucks. It's not good.
But the problem is, he literally just blamed. Oh, my cousin. Here's the problem with the joke. My cousin was on the front row, and I had a lozenge. It's like
that's a deadly combo.
It's never affected a joke ever.
No, it's
cousin in the front row and a laws. I mean, when it rains, it pours, dude. Murphy's law. Am I right? Please keep continue.
He looks exactly like. First of all, you got to describe Jay Davis. He looks exactly like
Anne Heche.
There you go. I was going to say Emilio Estevez, but yeah, Anne Heche.
It's much more Anne Heche, I think.
You're right.
I put one of these in my mouth right before I went on, and I had to chew it. So another one in my mouth, and it was like all powder in my throat. And I started like, my voice wasn't coming through, so I had to take the water and slow down.
That's one excuse.
There's no, just keep doing it.
Oh, guys, you about to dress him down again here to the camera? He goes, Jay Davis doesn't have it.
I don't know what. I didn't watch past that. So.
Oh, please. Let's hear what he says about it.
Feeling fantastic. And that's, 50% of it right there is just seeing these guys go up and wail. When you walk into a public restroom, any public restroom in the country, why when you walk in, why is everything wet?
You know, to play the bits.
Is that it?
Is Jay Davis that he told him that he made an excuse for his terrible
That's one excuse.
But
tell me HBO forced you to try to make that joke work over the course of the season? Like, this is the story arc. We're going to make this
there was no
really bland concept.
I said there's no course of the season. This wasn't like this. This was the behind the scene thing that I think Barry and Dane. I never talked to him about it. But this wasn't on HBO. He wasn't even he wasn't even famous yet when we filmed this.
But
he wasn't
Dane?
Nope. He was doing colleges. This is a college. These are all college tours.
Oh,
These
they were
These are all colleges. He was college famous. In the middle of this, they flew him to Manhattan to do an upfronts. I forget what network, right? Mm-hmm. HBO was there. HBO, he got a deal with HBO.
For a special. For millions. Right? He went to the upfronts, killed it, flew him off this tour.
Damn.
On a jet, a private jet, him and Barry went, did the upfronts, had this HBO thing happen, kind of start to happen. At the end of the tour, because this was 20 colleges in 30 days, at the end of the tour, HBO was like, we want to do a deal, and they showed him this, and they were like, I want this too.
So, but I think Barry and Dane were behind kind of puppeteering
That's
this.
fine. And
because he came up to us and he said, he was like, hey, we got to help Jay with this joke.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. So that was massage because
massaged.
When you first hear that, if you were friends with him at all, you'd go, it's just like, don't worry about it. Like, don't overthink it.
Yeah.
Just like say the TLC come beats, finagle that around a couple different ways. If it's not working, it ain't working. Walk away from it.
Was the BTK killer like a big reference then? Like everybody would have gotten it?
Then he wasn't caught yet, or he just got caught.
It was a big thing at that point. So he got the joke from he got the joke from the news and was like, I'm so nice. I couldn't be
He said if I was the BTK killer, they'd call me the TLC killer.
Kill him with kindness.
But I mean, I do get just rubbed up. Like I get rubbed wrong when a comedian opens with like a virtue. Like, I'm so nice. I'm such a good. Like, that's not what this is. You know. You know. Like,
it's not.
I'm really good with money. When I joke about that, you're like,
my family's together.
Get the fuck
Hey, you know what's cool? Not cursing. Fuck you.
My mom and dad live on the Cape.
So this came out. It came out in 2006. So you guys filmed it in like
what
2004.
the fuck is that picture, Bob? You look like Dame Edna.
Dude, Jay Davis looks.
There's many. Listen, there's many different versions. We've talked about this. There's many different versions of Bob Kelly. That is
Moby Truman Capote.
That's my. If you type in this sexy, that's one of Sexy Bobby's right there with the blue jacket.
Jay Davis looks like a fucking.
Jay looks like a retired gay magician.
Jay.
That picture of him with the long hair and that one right there is beautiful.
That one.
Yeah, there are some beautiful photos of Jay.
Fucking Jay Legends of the Fall Davis.
Yeah, he really does. I mean, that one of me is just fucking atrocious.
He's like, I'm here to teach your MILF wife how to ride horses.
Bobby just looks like he's about to dish at everybody at the Met Gala.
Yeah.
You really do.
I'm just a big old gay guy with a microphone. Look at this dress. Oh my god.
You look fabulous.
Jared's dressed like a Ken.
Did you write Jay Davis obituary, Christine?
Wait, no, it did come out. Wait, was there a bunch of people watch this? They're like, oh, he killed himself. Let's check out.
We just bullied him into suicide a few minutes ago.
Somebody did obituary 2021.
Jay, if you're listening, I love you, buddy.
I
Thank
hope
you
he
for being
didn't
nice to
die.
me.
He's alive, right? We're not fucking.
Yeah, he's definitely alive, right? Wait, is he?
What
There's
about the
also a lot of guys
2022
named
one?
Jay Davis.
Yeah.
He goes, Mark Smith dead? Would I have to go through to find out if Dave Smith died, if it was him? Dave Smith's, he's 15 Dave Smiths from being able to own DaveSmith.com.
There's no peace for him on this tour. I was thinking, like, on stage he bombs, and then off stage he's just humiliated. Like,
Yeah,
where was the peace?
they fuck him over pretty bad in the edit.
I tell you, I got into a big fight with him in one of the episodes, and I made him cry. But it was fake. He literally saw the camera come up behind me. We were arguing about something.
Yeah.
Because he was he was coming at me a lot.
How did he come at you?
Was he trying to start drama
Because you're
from the-
definitely getting, Dane's making him look like a child. He realizes that, and he's got to be redirecting that outward.
He was redirecting it towards me, but I don't know. I never talked to him about it, but I think he got a little thing like "go at Bobby" types. Because back then, you remember me, I was a little more hair triggered back then.
Sure.
I was a little more Boston, where you could get me to go tell you to fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Very quickly back then, and
just come on to town, put it right on your doorknob, do something about it. Bobby would say.
Sorry about that.
It's okay. That's not you anymore.
I love you. I'd never do that now, unless you asked.
Just
Unless you're
intimidate and hope the guy doesn't know how to fight. That's the
That's what I did in
rule.
the subway a couple weeks ago. It didn't work out. But I think that he was like we were arguing about something. I forget because it was 2006. I thought it was 2008. But we were arguing. I said something to him, and I was kind of yelling at him, like, "Go fuck yourself, you fuck whatever," because he was being that guy, and he saw the camera come up behind me, and I saw him just go, and he fucking, dude, mustered a tear. And they cut it out, but in the video, I went, he He fucking fake cried for the camera. And I ran out, and I was like going up to Gary. I go, dude, he just started crying on camera. He's crying. And they were, and dude, they caught this moment where I was yelling, you fucking piece of shit. And he was like, I just want to be liked or some shit. I don't know what happened, but and it looked like, I was like,
They didn't get you going. He's crying. He's crying.
It was, they got it, but they didn't put it in. And I was bullshit. I was like, this is fucking horseshit. And then we got into a big fight about we got in a big fight because he came at me about the porn talk. And then I remember one night we got one hotel on that whole trip, and on his bill, I found his bill.
You ordered a porn.
5.
Wow.
5
What was
porns.
he getting? What was he giving you shit about with the porn?
He was giving me shit like, is that all we're going to do is talk about porn? Because I was talking about, I had this red tape that I had. I still have it. It's called the red tape, and I would give it away. It was such a great, it's an awful video. It's a lot of awful shit on it. But the reason why I love it is at the end of each porno, they would come out of character and be like, hey, it's my husband, and we always wanted to do this so you could feel good about yourself again. But it was,
I want to see that.
I have it, and what I used to do is give it away. I would give it away, but it would always come back to me. Like, I remember I gave it to Gary one year, and I think a year and a half later, Gary handed it back and said, I'm done with this. And I would take it back. Okay. It would always come home. I have it.
In the case? Same case? Original case?
It's in the case, yes.
Okay.
I will lend it to you.
Please.
It's a great,
Where'd you find this? Like Kim's video?
Right
I don't know
Is
where.
it a Kim's video downtown?
Like a weird porn you haven't given to me, and like we've known each other for how long?
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it was. I'm pretty sure it was given to me this way, and I was the
Bill Burr.
No, not Bill. Bill would never watch it. Dude, I don't want to watch that. I can't unsee it, dude. But
when you and Bill were roommates, did he whack off? Did you ever hear him whacking off?
No, never.
He strikes me as a guy who would pick up a hobby before he started jerking off.
Yeah, like fucking learn how to fly a helicopter. Yes,
maybe.
Yeah, no, he never.
Yeah,
Bill
you're
was,
right. The reason I haven't flown a helicopter yet is because I wag off too
That's
much,
it.
for sure.
You stop whacking off, you could learn guitar and learn how to fly a helicopter.
Oh man, I would shred.
That's a
I'd be like
fact.
this up on the neck. Be fucking Van Halen.
But yeah, he what the fuck was I saying? I forget.
Dane Cook.
Oh,
Jay Davis.
Red tape, porn.
Red
You
tape.
guys
the
had a
porn.
fight.
So he came out after me came at me on camera. Like, is that all you're going to talk about is porn, Bobby? And tried to make me. Now, at this time, Jay, you know this. I was trying to get my shit together with my girl. I was trying to, you know what I mean? Like, we just had some issues.
Right. On a tour, that's the entire audience is chicks with their tits out and pussy shaved.
And this fucking guy is calling me out as a piece of shit on I snapped. I was like, fuck you. So I had at the end, I go, I want the receipt. The hotel receipt, and they actually put it in the show.
Yeah.
They showed him being just a piece of shit, ordering all these fucking awful porns
On Dane's dime.
on Dane's dime. But yeah, anyways, he was coming at me at the beginning of this. He came at me a couple times, and it didn't make sense because we were always friends. Like, I'd go to LA, he's the nicest guy. All of a sudden, he was attacking me, trying to make me
But
look
I'm
like
telling you, that might be really because, I mean, Dane, me and DeRosa, we watched that show every week, and I'm telling you, when it would be like the TLC killer, how many times can this go? It's what I talked about more than anything.
Yeah.
For like those weeks that it was on, like why are they telling him this joke? In fact, I was close enough with you at that point that I must have said to you at one point, it's so many years ago now, but it must have been at some point where I was like, Bobby, why are you guys trying to help him fix this joke? Just walk away from. If he was like, this is a really like intense story. It's like the story of how I lost somebody important to me, or what? Do you know what I mean? Like, or one of the most crazy experiences of my life. Like, I have to find a way to make this a story. He goes, I'm too nice to be a killer. I'd be a TLC on concept. This thing sucks shit. If you were so nice, you wouldn't be a killer to begin with.
Jay, calm down. Calm down. Jay, calm down.
I think the problem too, he just goes on stage. He was so uncomfortable, you know. Like they got somebody just brand spanking new.
Well, no, it was not only was he sort of new, he also performed and probably did really well in a situation he created.
I mean, look, he had
like an acting class, comedy.
Yeah, but
class?
he had
that place Dublin's.
Yeah,
and
but
it was a huge show.
Yeah, but he was the host. Where he just went blah, blah, blah. This, they were coming to see Dane. They were coming to see Dane. And,
right.
And like me and Gary had to really be funny to get them to like us. You know what I mean? And
But Jay was hosting there too.
But yeah, but he has the charisma of a flip flop. Let's not forget that.
You guys also, because like Dane is like, he was like fuck me comedy, and you guys don't have that type of comedy where it's like
I did have that. I did.
Oh yeah,
No, wait a
Bobby
second.
did.
No, dude, this is the where I stopped doing fuck me comedy.
Yeah.
When I broke my knee, dude. I couldn't move because when you do fuck me comedy, you need to move. You need your hips. You need a foot up on a monitor. You need to.
Absolutely.
You need to.
The way Dane
you need to
moved.
you need to be a panther.
Dane
back
and Mick
forth.
Jagger had like a move up and down. They
Nobody fucking fuck me moves like Dane.
Yeah, but he did the Jagger thing where he would go to the end and then he'd back this way and then come back and run again.
Oh, dude, I would have
Bobby's fuck me comedy was presented in a different way. He did a lot. He would a lot of jokes where he would show you his tongue flickering. Yeah, he would do a lot of tongue flickering.
Fuck the stool.
A lot of body out like this.
And then I would do a lot of stuff where I'd hit you with the punch, and as you're laughing, I'd look down right at you and be like, I'd be like, "What's up?" I'd look right at you, "What's up?" Oh yeah, I
with
did
a backwards Kango hat on.
When I was single, sometimes
perfectly manicured mustache.
When I was single, sometimes when I saw a girl in the audience, I'd be like, "Hey, you want to drop this number?" Like to a busboy, or they never called.
Yeah, that was Dominican Bobby back down in Torgasm. But on this, when I broke my knee, when I hurt my leg, I had to sit. I couldn't move, so I couldn't do fuck me comedy anymore, and it really let me know where my jokes were lacking.
Oh yeah,
it really let me know where I was really muscling this fucking laugh out of these people because I couldn't do it. So when I went back to the cellar, I actually slowed down a little bit because I used to sweat. Remember, me and Godfrey were the same way. We would come off the stage dripping wet. I mean, just giving 150,000%.
Bobby performed with black energy.
Yeah, I did.
You know, that's what Lucian from the comic strip told me when he passed me. I thanked him after a couple weekends of doing like the late shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, Lucian, thank you so much. I'm having such a fun time. You know, give him like a fake, not fake, but an over heartfelt thank you for not that big of a deal. But he was like, he goes, yeah. Well, I would usually put a Latino or Negro, I swear to you, Negro comedian in that in that spot.
Jesus.
He goes, but you seem to have the energy for it. And I was like, okay.
This is the worst.
There's a bunch of ways I can respond to this. None of them were good.
Literally could have just been like, oh, you're welcome. I'm glad you're having fun. That just wasn't his energy. He was wearing gloves because his fingers were falling off.
That was because of me. I prayed for that. He never passed me.
Dude,
I literally made that prayer. I was like, I hope his fingers fall off.
I was never past there, and then all of a sudden they just started working me there. There was like no reason.
Was Lucian?
No, with Lucian. No, when I came in, Lucian was
the Tommy era.
This is Tommy Ritchie, and Tommy's good.
He let you at least go on, but Lucian and Starla was the worst gatekeepers.
But it was a gate. Do you know what I mean? It did feel like there was a gate. At least there was a process still at one point. They got rid of the process.
Yeah, I mean, the process was... dude, I killed...
Tommy was awful, by the way.
I killed there twice.
Yeah.
I killed there twice, and both times... I remember the last time, Starla took me out, and she was like, you did good. She stopped in the middle of great.
She wouldn't give you the grade.
She went, you did good. And I was like, but you know what? We have a lot of white guys working here now. And I go, well, my whole set was about me looking Puerto Rican and not being white and not looking white. Yeah, that's true. We have a lot of Puerto Ricans working here too. And I was like, okay, all right. I go, I'm just gonna go back to the cellar. And I hope your boss's fingers fall off. That's what I said.
Well, great news. They did before he dropped dead.
I was there last Sunday. It was pretty good. Richie's son was booking a show, but it's. I remember when I was there and auditioned, there would be like a line around the block. There would be like people with their puppets, people I'd never see. I would never see again. You know, they just hear about it, they read about it in a blind item, and they come out with their freaking stuff they've been doing in their attic. You know.
Well, then also, wasn't it Lucian, the owner, the booker of that club? He married like Vanessa Hollingshead, who went. He married her as what I could describe was a pretty hot chick, and just turned her into a crazy old lady. Like I don't know what happened in like 3 years.
When I met her, she was fine, but I didn't really know her that well.
She was hot.
I'm saying when she was younger, she would get like hosting jobs on like NBC and stuff. Like big, she was like a cute chick, and then and then just time. That is funny to watch the hot 40-year-olds when I started. It is funny now, like the aging, now they're like 60-year-olds and shit like that.
Wasn't she in Ghost Dog?
Who?
Vanessa.
The movie Ghost Dog?
I believe she was in Ghost Dog.
With Forrest Whitaker?
Yeah, man. I think I'm pretty sure she was in that. I remember.
I've never seen it.
It's a great. I love that movie. It's a great movie. But I think she
describe it. It's about absolutely nothing at all whatsoever.
It was a cool movie though.
You get to hear cool music by the RZA.
But the RZA, she was in it, right? Am I crazy? Might be crazy.
Is that Vanessa Hollingshead?
What was I want to say up top?
It said Ghost Dog. It does.
Up top. Yeah, Ghost Dog.
Female sheriff.
Well, yeah, she was about to pop off. I remember watching
Jim
that movie,
Jarmusch.
and she was popping off. And then, she married him, and then she turned into a crazy...
a crazy old lady. And then she had a joke, like, well deep into her 40s, where she would, maybe even her 50s, where she would, like, pull her ass crack out at the end of the thing. It was like, and it was another one of those, like, look, white girl can act black. Like, it was just so...
I was like, that seems up your alley, Jay.
No, dude, this is so funny. You have to watch, maybe some of the funniest hate watch comedy things are the women of a certain age specials, because it really is, it's just older female comics that haven't quite, like, got over the hump.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just, I mean, some of them are very funny.
So
Something to do with their, but it's just like, you could tell, like, their bat shit is why they're at where they're at. Is there a trailer for any of those, the women of a certain age?
They can't put their eyebrows down. Right?
It's always like...
They're just excited the whole show.
Yeah, it's like a Monique Marvez.
Well, that was like when, who was it, the comic? I always know when a comic takes his clothes off, it's like, oh, you're done, dude.
That's how I started.
Yeah.
I came into this game naked.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Is this the first one? Play it. Give us a little.
We're watching. What is this called again?
Funny Women of a Certain Age trailer. Drescher hosting.
Is Drescher? Oh, she looks fucking great, bro.
She does look good, dude.
Oh, we had her in here. She was great.
I like her.
Like young people sex and old people sex is that young people can go for hours, not old people. You do 10 minutes, you could die.
Every guy in Brooklyn looks like a Viking on a
There
bike.
she is.
That's her.
Looking like a biblical figure
She
become
looks
a hot
good.
look.
Bobby, shut the fuck up.
You didn't think she looked good?
She looks bad shit. She's always flipping her hair. She looks
Hang on.
crazy.
Hang on, go back.
man.
She looks all right, dude. For fucking 90.
Okay, yeah, there you go. There you go, Bobby.
All right, wait a second. I didn't know she was going to slow it down. She has my stomach
She
after
got
the
a nice
surgery.
She has a nice ass. She got a nice ass. I'll give her
All
that.
right, I'm sorry. She's got a nice dumper, but you're right. You're right.
No, he turned her crazy.
Why do all women...
I think though she went every day. She woke up waiting to discover a man with no hands dead in the chair. And it happened one day.
Why do all women, the older they get, they start to dress like starship commanders?
Yeah, the shoulder pads.
Star Commander Hollingshead, dude. Ensign Kelly
He's
reporting.
right. There's not one photo of Hillary Clinton before. I'd say if you can find any
Before
photo of Hillary
pantsuits.
Clinton after 2000 where she doesn't look like a Star Commander.
Yeah,
Like
absolutely.
every photo since 2000 has got to be Star Commander.
3-star commander.
They love
Yeah.
brooches and shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right, guys, we got to take a break, dude. We got to take a break.
This
We're
show
having
is
a good
pretty
time.
much over. Everybody, Dan St. Germain special tomorrow. They're taping it June 1st, 8 and 10 p.m. Old Man Hustle in Brooklyn Comedy Club, BKLYN.
And there you go.
That's right.
I'm doing a tour this summer in New Hampshire, Las Vegas, New Jersey. I'm doing a little small theater tour. So go to my website, robertkellylive.com, and get tickets to that. And of course, Big J Oakerson will be in Las Vegas
This
June
weekend.
1st.
Hopefully my teeth will stay in.
Hopefully they don't. Hopefully they flop out right into somebody's
wanted to fall
cup.
out so bad. I'm so
I
scared.
want it. Fully loaded. So keep your cameras on you at the club. Fully loaded tour all summer. Tickets available and tour dates for Big J Oakerson at bigjcomedy.com. And go watch his special on YouTube, Dog Belly. It's the best all year. We'll be
Go
right
watch
back with the
Comedy Special.
Bonfire.
Here's great.
Up front tonight, the breaking news.
Stay informed and engaged with the stories that shape our world with the Sirius XM News channels.
Border Patrol and ICE have had
From cable news to business
And so the markets need to be prepared.
and international.
strands of real freedom.
The Sirius XM News channels starting at channel 112 and on the SXM app.
Tell your friends and family SiriusXM radios are on free now through June 5th. Visit SiriusXM.com/listen free to see what's on.
Does the new DoorDash Rewards MasterCard really give me cash back on delivery and everything else?
Yep.
Everything?
That's right. You got it.
What about wonton soup?
Cash back.
Ice cream scoops?
Cash back.
Craft beer?
Cash back.
Halak paneer?
Cash back.
Online school?
Cash back.
Premium fuel?
Cash back.
Dining out?
Cash back.
Spend any amount?
Cash back.
Spin class?
Cash back.
Free Dash Pass?
The DoorDash Rewards MasterCard comes with a year of free Dash Pass, including $0 delivery fee on every eligible order, plus special offers just for card members.
Tuna melts.
Cash back.
Everything else.
Cash back. Get 4% cash back on every DoorDash order, plus 3% on dining out, 2% at grocery stores, and 1% everywhere else. And a free year of Dash Pass with the DoorDash Rewards MasterCard. Apply today at DoorDash.com/credit card. Cards issued by JP Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC. Subject to credit approval. Offer subject to change. Terms apply.
I was afraid to cut the cord, but once I did, I couldn't believe it took so long to do it. Paying too much for my cable bill had become a bad habit. I either wasn't getting what I wanted or never knew where to find any of my shows until it was too late. Plus, the prices just kept going up. Thankfully, I discovered a new way to watch called Philo. For just $25 a month, I can catch all my favorite shows on networks like BET, MTV, and TLC. It even has Nickelodeon for my kids. And I can watch anytime I want, anywhere I want. Plus, Philo lets me have up to 3 streams at once, so everyone can watch what they want at the same time. Throw in the unlimited DVR that saves all my favorites for up to a year, and this really is the best deal in TV. I just wish I hadn't waited so long. Sound too good to be true? Well, try it out for yourself, and you'll see why people who love TV love Philo. Go to philo.tv, that's philo.tv, to start your 7-day free trial now.
With today's economic challenges, it's tough to keep a small business going and growing. Low credit scores, high interest rates, and lengthy application and approval processes can cause delays. Getting the cash you need when you need it fast is nearly impossible. Until now. Welcome to Swish Funding, the small business owner's friend that can put the cash back into your flow within 24 hours. How does $10,000 to $500,000 in one day sound? If you've been in business for 1 year or more with an annual income of at least $100,000, you can get the affordable funding you need in your account today with no collateral. Even a low credit score won't keep you from the money you need. With Swish Funding, it's really that easy. Expanding, buying more equipment, hiring more employees? We've got you covered. Adding more inventory, slow cash flow, or even a last-minute large purchase for your company? No problem. Let our team get to work for you to keep your business going and growing through these tough economic times. Visit swishfunding.com now. That's SWISH funding.com.
It's Jim Norton and Sam Roberts.
I don't think Titanic sucked. It was horrible. I did get caught crying at it recently, which was...
Recently?
The old bitch was hateable, throwing all that money into the ocean. She's hateable.
You shouldn't be crying at that movie in this millennium.
I totally agree.
Something's happening to you with the turbulence and the emotions.
I'm a woman. I'm a menopausal, fucking blubber-sided woman.
Yeah.
It's Jim and Sam. Weekdays at 8 a.m. Eastern, or listen anytime with the SiriusXM app.
Friends are coming over tonight.
Thirsty for a honky-tonk that serves both country and rock? Pull up a stool at Red, White, and Booze. A channel pouring you a top-shelf collection of rowdy country mixed with a splash of the finest classic rock. Red, White, and Booze.
She said, don't give me no lines and keep your hands to yourself.
One of over 200 extra channels available anytime in the SXM app. And playing now for a limited time on Channel 55.
At Ethos Life, we've busted all the myths about getting life insurance. Like myth number 1.
Life insurance? I can't afford that.
At Ethos, we have term life policies everyone can afford, with policies as low as $7 a month. Or myth number 2.
I have a life insurance policy through work. That's good enough.
With workplace coverage usually only equal to a year's salary, that won't nearly be enough to cover your family's ongoing and future expenses. A long-term, affordable policy from Ethos can give you the peace of mind that if something happens to you, your family is well covered for years to come. Myth number 3.
Getting life insurance? It's just too complicated.
At Ethos, our 100% hassle-free online process can give you a quote in seconds, application in minutes, and coverage in hours. With no medical exams or blood work needed, just answer a few health questions. Get your free online estimate at ethoslife.com. That's ETHOS life.com. Rates will vary based on age, underwriting, face amount, and type of policy.
Your next success begins with University of Maryland Global Campus. For more than 75 years, UMGC has offered working adults an affordable, accredited education. Choose from more than 125 degrees and certificates and enjoy online and hybrid courses, financial resources, and lifetime career services. UMGC has what you need to succeed again. No application fee if you apply by May 31st. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate by Chev.
Hello, I'm Greg Figueroa.
And I'm David Figueroa. Over 30 years ago, my brother Greg and I set out on a mission to offer the world a better hot sauce.
That's right, David. We made Melinda's thicker, hotter, and better than ordinary hot sauces.
And now we have 32 exciting and delicious sauces that hot sauce fans are obsessed with, like our ghost pepper sauce, our Thai sweet chili, and our best-selling black truffle hot sauce.
Melinda's also has 5 spicy ketchups made with real sugar and no added junk like high fructose corn syrup. People ask David and I, what makes Melinda so good? That's easy. We think like chefs do. Instead of burning someone with hot peppers and vinegar, we use fresh plant-based ingredients and the finest chili peppers perfectly blended to set your mouth on flavor.
Go to melindas.com to find our line of craft condiments at Walmart and other fine retailers. And right now, get a 10-pack of our best-selling sauces with free shipping at melindas.com. That's melindas.com. melindas.com.
Hello, I'm Ryan.
And I'm Catherine.
We're part of the BlendJet team.
And husband and wife. If you're one of the 5 million people who use a BlendJet portable blender, thank you.
A few years ago, I had a freak accident and almost died. Daily smoothies have helped me recover.
We created BlendJet to help people live healthier lives by making it easy to enjoy perfectly blended smoothies and protein shakes anytime, anywhere.
The BlendJet 2 portable blender is powerful, USB rechargeable, cleans itself, and comes in over 30 colors.
Get yours now on blendjet.com.
And now, back to the bonfire with Big J. Oakerson and Robert Kelly.
Stick it in my
Well,
ass.
not in so many words. He just gave you a hi-hat, no-nod, and then turned away from you and left you there holding an expensive cigar.
Where were you guys with Kid Rock?
Where aren't we with Kid Rock at this point?
Oh, you went to the Super Bowl,
Nashville.
right?
No, it was Nashville doing the Nashville Comedy Festival.
Oh, nice, man.
Oh, damn it. This show goes fast. Dan St. Germain, everybody, recording a special. Old Man Hustle, Brooklyn Comedy Club, BKLYN in Brooklyn, New York. That's tomorrow, Thursday, June 1st, 8 p.m. and 10 p.m. Get tickets if there's some tickets available.
Yeah.
Make sure you go get them right now.
Come see me this weekend, and come see Big J. He's in Vegas this weekend. Get his special. RobertKellyLive.com.
Bobby Kelly specials.
BigJComedy.com. Enjoy
Give
your
everybody
weekend.
a dog.
She rose from Nutbush, Tennessee, and became the best. Remembering the queen of rock and soul with the Tina Turner Channel. Early classics, solo hits, live moments, and more. Hear from those who knew her best.
Probably the sexiest rock and roll singer of all time.
The Tina Turner Channel. Available for a limited time on Channel 49 and the SXM app.
Are you suffering from seasonal allergies? Because you're not alone. Experts say pollen season started earlier this year and will last longer, and that folks who've never had issues before are feeling miserable. I'm Martin Hoke, inventor of Navage, the world's only nose cleaner with powered suction. Over 3 million people use Navage to pull saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out the other nostril, helping to flush out allergens, mucus, and germs. Navage helps clear your sinuses quickly and naturally. But what about other people's experiences, like Miss Clement? Quote, I chose Navage because of my persistent allergies. Navage works. While using it, I cut back on allergy meds and occasional shots at my doctor's office. Unquote. That's one of over 120,000 reviews with a 4.6-star average written by people who use Navage to breathe better, snore less, and feel healthier. Stop suffering and try Navage today at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, and Target. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
I was afraid to cut the cord, but once I did, I couldn't believe it took so long to do it. Paying too much for my cable bill had become a bad habit. I either wasn't getting what I wanted or never knew where to find any of my shows until it was too late. Plus, the prices just kept going up. Thankfully, I discovered a new way to watch called Philo. For just $25 a month, I can catch all my favorite shows on networks like BET, MTV, and TLC. It even has Nickelodeon for my kids. And I can watch anytime I want, anywhere I want. Plus, Philo lets me have up to 3 streams at once, so everyone can watch what they want at the same time. Throw in the unlimited DVR that saves all my favorites for up to a year, and this really is the best deal in TV. I just wish I hadn't waited so long. Sound too good to be true? Well, try it out for yourself and you'll see why people who love TV love Philo. Go to philo.tv, that's philo.tv, to start your 7-day free trial now.
Attention small business owners needing financing. Are you frustrated with the slow process and high interest rates banks are charging? Then you need Swish Funding, the small business funding experts. Swish Funding's simple application process takes just minutes, with affordable funding as soon as one business day. At Swish Funding, we focus on your business cash flow, not your personal credit score. And we're ready to help with funding from $5,000 to $5 million. If you've been in business for 1 year and have monthly revenue of at least $10,000, you can get the affordable funding you need with no collateral. Swish Funding's providing funds for expansion, inventory, payroll, overhead, and slow cash flow to help small businesses all over America. Healthcare providers, medical professionals, retail businesses, service industries, restaurants, auto body shops, and more are getting the funds they need fast. At Swish Funding, applying takes just minutes, with funds in your bank account within 24 hours. Go to swishfunding.com today. That's SWISH funding.com. Swishfunding.com.
It's time for I Am Athlete's Paper Route with your hosts, Brandon Marshall, Ashley Nicole Moss, and Corey Holmes.
Another amazing day, which means another amazing episode sitting right here on YouTube. Also, SiriusXM Faction Talk Channel 103 for all the drivers that can't watch. If you're driving, turn off the video and listen. It's okay. We're on YouTube. You can come back and watch it. It's like almost being on demand. That's what I love about YouTube. You know what I mean? You can live stream, you have an audience, but then, 3 hours later, a couple days later, people can watch. Yeah. This is the most difficult time in sports to talk sports.
Agreed.
Not really any basketball. Obviously, we're waiting for tomorrow, the finals to start. Nothing's happening in football. Anything out there, people are just making up stuff. I wish I could say SHIT, but in the first 8 minutes, if I curse, you can't monetize this content.
Must keep it clean.
You got to keep it clean. Ashley Nicole Moss, major accident. She's not in studio today.